this, but look at that. My wife is on the other end, and she's got a microphone in front of her, and
I can talk.
Now you see why I'm the luckiest man on the planet.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, come on. So yeah, we are actually taking a look at footage from the Byrd Theater. I'm T.
Right now, I'm in the bit where I whisper to Tina, "What the fuck was that?" And then a person from the Byrd comes out, and Tina is ready to shiv.
Is ready to shiv.
She's ready to shiv.
Ready to cut.
She goes, you need to tell people when you're coming up.
Ready to cut a bitch.
You have to say something. Or die. That's
so
the implication.
Funny. That is so damn funny. By the way, if anybody is curious, we do have.
No, we're just giggling away, but also seriously, we could have killed you.
We could have killed you. More to the point, Tina could have killed you. But
I actually say, do you want to add another couple of ghosts to this theater? Meaning him.
Look at that little guy.
What little guy?
Look at that little guy.
Is there a little guy?
There's a little guy on the stream, and if you can't see him, hold on a minute.
Is he in the he's in the
He
tube?
is in the tube. He is in the enclosure, and he is quite content. He is quite content. I just realized something. I gotta double check my widget settings here. Yeah, I need to switch this to Spirit Board.
Tina says, "I didn't mean to sound so aggressive." Yes, she did.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You're not fooling anybody, Tina. We know exactly how you want to sound. But and I should also pull up here. My for those of you who are watching on YouTube, yes, we are multi-streaming, everybody. And yeah, this is the other side. This is what we like to call the other side of paranormal investigation. We are doing a review, basically a review of what we found at the Byrd Theater. So feel free to ask us any questions about what we do, who we are, how we do things at OSI. We would love to hear from you. That's the truth, Ruth. All right. Let me just see if this pop out chat. Perfect.
I think you should leave in the bit where we go, well, I hope you got a laugh, Mr. Coulter. Those crazy dames.
Oh, jeez. God. Yeah, those crazy dames. Let's not. Okay.
I'm only 4 minutes in, but man, this is all gold.
Now you see what it's like doing having my wife as part of the team. It's always a blast. Okay, so one of the things that I'm listening for, and this is actually based on something that my wife told me, we might actually have caught on stream. Well, not on stream. We didn't catch on stream, but we might have caught on video the sound of a seat popping up. And my mic might have been closer to it, and I have to.
Tina and I sound like we're having a really good time.
In the dark.
At
a theater.
Staring at lights.
Listening
for voices.
in the dark. Whispers in the dark. Okay. Let's see here.
I want this on a T-shirt now. Apparently, at one point, we were talking about you guys, and we were like, oh, that's T and Phil down there. Unless it's somebody else levitating a REM pod. And I said, yeah, catch a REM pod, bish. You can have that on a T-shirt with like a ghost levitating a REM pod. Merch ideas.
And so it begins. This was her idea, by the way, I should add. This was her idea. Okay.
I could go.
Okay, so you said that my H4 was down in front of you guys. So let me just see. This might be the audio where you all show up. The upside downside of the Byrd Theater investigation, unfortunately, was that I want to say, would you say that was one of the biggest, if not the biggest place we have ever we have ever investigated. The reason I ask that is because I really think we split up. We split up during the investigation, and I'm beginning to wonder if that was a smart idea, because it's hard to kind of, corroborate where everybody is, and we're now working with memory. So
what? I can't hear what you're saying. I'm
never
listening,
mind.
listening to the important stuff. Me and Tina.
Right.
I am noticing one thing. The camera is having a lot of trouble focusing. It's popping in and out of focus a lot. So seriously, there could have been a whole, full body apparition on the stage, and we might have missed it, which would be typical. Also, there's a lot of bugs flying around.
Which is why I'm wondering if oh, Gamer Go Claire with the raid. How about that? Thank you so much. How are you, Claire? Appreciate you coming in here. Now, because Claire, we are doing some footage review. Because we're doing footage review, no Twitch dad, nothing like that. A few drop-ins. We're keeping it very simple because we need to listen to the audio. We need to pay attention to what's going on. But thank you very much for thinking of me and thinking of this community and bringing your community over here. How you doing, everybody? My name is T. That's my wife, Pip. And we are currently reviewing footage from the Byrd Theater of a paranormal investigation that we held last summer. This is for season 3 of our upcoming season on old spirits, which you can find out more by doing by visiting this. But yeah, and let's give a quick shout out here. Hold on. Good, just finished the stream of Vampire 3. A Vampire. I'll be quiet. No. You don't have to be quiet. No. You can you and your community can ask questions at any and all times, because we want to. That's one of the reasons why we do this. We do this type of footage review so that people can ask us questions about the paranormal and ask us about how you do paranormal investigations. And it's something that we take a lot of pride in. We are also streaming on YouTube, so if you can actually not only check out Old Spirits Investigations on YouTube, but you can also join us for these types of streams on YouTube, because that's part of what we do. We are currently off season. Right now we are taking a break from any investigations and posting of new content, so that we can review the content that we have for season 3, as well as, but occasionally we've been doing live streams just to let people know that we're still out here and we're still doing the thing. Huh. Okay, so hold on a second. Let me see if I can get caught up here. Okay, so thank you again for that stream. Hope Vampire was good for you, or Vampire, however you pronounce it. Okay, so let me see if I can find you.
Huh. Hey, T.
Hey, Pip.
Did you have a REM pod balanced on a chair? Like up near Mr. Coulter's spot? Because there's a light. I think you scared Beth downstairs there a little bit. That flicks on.
That was no. I didn't have a REM pod, but I did have an EMF reader. I had Fast Eddie there.
And it was balanced on one of the chairs?
If it wasn't balanced on a chair, it was balanced on a step.
Oh, no, I've got a shot here. Okay, that's interesting too. Hold on.
Okay, first off, let me see if I found what it is of.
Okay.
Did when you were up there with Tina talking about Mr. Coulter,
Yeah.
did your ghost tube EMF reader go off?
I don't think so. No,
Because I heard it go off.
I haven't got to that bit yet. I'm not sure, but I've seen a couple of weird lights.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to see if I can find your voices right now. The problem is that you're so far back. I have to listen very carefully. So stop when you start getting to the weird voices, or sorry, weird lights.
I have
I
stopped.
now have a cat trying to bite my foot.
I was trying to bite my foot earlier. It's interesting. Interesting.
Okay, when you say so we won't be sitting in your seat because that would be disrespectful. Was that when you just got there, or had you been there for a while and the sound of the seat had already happened?
I think that's probably before.
Before the seat?
Yeah, I think that's probably before the seat because we didn't sit in the seat.
Okay. Are you going to be like this all night, Dorito? I have a small kitten that's underneath my desk, and he is making things a little uncomfortable. Meanwhile, if you look over on the third camera with the cat cam, you'll see in the curl we have another one of the kittens, and he is out like a light. We believe that's Hicks because very much like Hicks in Aliens, this Hicks can pretty much sleep anywhere, anytime. Okay, going back to it. Let me
Just come and have a look at this.
Okay.
There might be a reasonable explanation.
You're
for
going to
it.
see a lot of this tonight, where I will be getting ready to do something on my side, and you'll be like, "Hey, come over here and take a look at this, and have a listen to this." And this is how evidence review goes. Okay.
You don't need to listen to it because the listening is not the relevant bit. But Tina has put her camera pointing, so it was pointed this way
Yeah.
towards the stage, and
Yeah.
she put this down.
Right.
Watch sort of in this area here.
Whoa! Wait a minute! Whoa! Back up!
Now that's
Honey, there's something moving against this.
ooh.
There's something blocking this. Now, how much of that? It doesn't look like that's the optics trying to.
No, there
focus.
was an optics thing over here, but it looks like it's on the chair.
Hit play.
Is there a shadow there as
Honey,
well?
that's what I'm trying to figure
Like
out.
down
Honey,
here?
Honey, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Hold on. Now, you can also back up. I'm also teaching her Adobe Premiere while all this is going on. If you hold down Shift, you can skip back a little further. Okay. Just hit play.
Oh, hold on. Maybe it's. Hold on.
I think that's the.
I think that's the
people.
person.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Debunked.
Okay. Debunked.
Looks cool for a minute.
Looked. We got a little excited.
I really
finally.
wanted that. I really want to get that. She's talking to him. So
Yeah. Okay.
I thought he'd gone down, but he
We
came
got
back
a little
up again.
excited. Not as excited as the cat that is trying to eat me one bite at a time.
Is it a ginger cat?
It's a ginger menace. All right. Sadly, this is going to be a lot of the things that we get our hopes up about tonight. We go, oh wait a minute, that
Well,
could be a
that's how it
shadow.
is. I mean, that's
how it is.
the-
Yeah. Which is why after you see it after a few frames,
Yeah.
you then have to go back and you have to play it and see what happens. And one of the things that we noticed was that the lights that we thought we saw were actually corresponding with somebody walking around.
It's
there.
interesting. We say there's not much going on, but that thump, I still haven't figured out what that
All right,
thump
well,
was.
let me see if I can find it on this audio here.
Because you're definitely not down there. You come in later on.
Hon.
No, sorry.
right. So I'm gonna tell you what I hear, and then you tell me if you remember saying that before or after you heard the seat pop up.
Okay. I've listened to about 10 minutes. So we won't be sitting in your seat because that would be a bit disrespectful. But is it okay if we sit? I'm going to sit here. Sit down here, in the middle.
Okay. So, hon, Pip.
Yeah.
Okay. So you say, so we're not going to sit here because that would be disrespectful. Then Tina says, is it okay if we sit here in the middle? I'm going to make the assumption that was before you heard.
Yes,
the
that was
flip
when we
up.
first
Okay.
arrived.
Okay,
I think.
great. All right.
Yeah. I'm going to put this little device here. Where do you want to touch it?
We have a second nickname for Dorito. We call him the Menace. We call him the Menace, Claire. So yes, we do love our gingers.
Downstairs there a little bit. I imagine children running backwards and forwards is probably.
Okay, hun, I need you to come over here now. I need you to come over here.
Okay.
I don't think this is your thumb. This may.
But there might be another thumb.
Well, there might. Well, no. It sounds way too close. But I just want to make sure this was the sound of one of your seats coming down.
I think that's us moving the chair down to sit.
Right. Okay, just making sure. It's nice not having to do this by myself because now I have somebody to corroborate and bounce things off of. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's have a listen to this. Do not take this personally, but I'm about to mute my wife. Okay.
There a little bit. I imagine children running backwards and forwards is probably. I imagine this probably for Mr. Colton. This is not going to be a little distressed. Stay with this down.
Is anyone here with us right now?
Oh, it is in the end. That's the seat.
And there's a puck too, but I will look with them.
Oh, I put that in. So the story goes, this is where that seat there was where Mr. Colton would sit to watch the movies and things. And
I want to leave.
really?
If that's you, Mr.
If you want to
Coltrane,
leave.
we're not.
What you're missing, chat, is Pix is attempting to play with Benedict. Benedict isn't sure if he wants to have anything to do with it. He's gently hissing, but he's also looking over his shoulder to make sure that that Mama Cat isn't around because Mama Cat makes things a little tense for Benedict. Benedict, he's just playing, right? He's just playing. He's just playing. Hun, there's a point where you hear on GhostTube, "I want to leave." That happened after That happens before the flipping up of the chair, correct?
I think so. I haven't got to it. I haven't.
Well, honey, you two are sitting here. How long?
Yeah, but I think Tina didn't turn on the camera until.
Okay.
uh,
So we're working on a lot of assumption here. It's hard for me to find a certain spot
yeah.
if Tina hasn't turned the camera on at the right time. Okay, let me just keep playing and I'll see. What do you say? What do you say right before?
Right before. Now, how do I go back again? It's
You can
markers.
markers go to previous marker
Go to go.
if you're ahead of it.
Go to previous marker. Okay.
What do you say right ahead of it?
Previous marker. I say. See, I think what happens is that you have your recorder, and then
Yeah.
we come up.
That's what I'm trying to deduce here.
Robert was the manager,
Robert was the manager.
but his
Okay.
brother,
Right. Robert was the manager.
but his brother Walter.
Okay, so I'm listening for Robert was the manager. Okay.
Yeah.
I come and go? Maybe? But the story goes that
Hey, big boy.
Robert Coulter was the manager.
I found it. Okay. Here we go.
But the story goes that Robert Coulter was the manager. Robert was the manager, but his brother Walter was one of the builders, like who financed this building. And so he put his brother Robert in charge, and he was from 1928 to 1971 was the manager here. And the story goes that like they tried to like say, hey, you should be retiring right now. No. Yeah. And so, you know. It's nice and cool. Love something that much. Yeah, yeah. I guess it would have been very scary for her.
I think I found it.
Yeah, yeah. I guess it would have been very love something that much. Yeah, yeah. I guess it would have been very
Han. Pep. I need you to come over here and hear this.
There's
Okay.
a bit where Tina debunks something, and she goes, "See, I debunked something."
Okay, well, she might have to debunk this then. Let's have a look here. All right. Let me just give me a second here. Because I do not want to necessarily alter the original footage. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go on ahead. I'm going to do a file save as. And we're going to call this 11 edit. So that I know that this is the
Altered the file.
this is the altered file. Okay. I'm now going to mark all of this as soon as it saves.
You want me to go sit down and keep listening?
No. I want you here. I want you here.
Just about by myself.
Tomorrow we take that down, find another place for it.
Yeah, okay.
I'm tired of. I'm
Yeah, we should
tired.
still keep the medals and stuff.
Oh
Still
yeah.
wanna hang
I
them
just
up
want to
somewhere.
find. I want to find a place for it
Yeah,
out
just
there,
places.
like near where we watch television or something like that.
So we can clank them there.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no, because when we get up, there won't be anything there to clank.
Oh, where'd the kittens go?
One of them is under here,
Aww.
and he wants to be curled up around my foot, but he's trying to. He
Also
wants.
bite your foot?
Hang on. No,
Give me that kitten. I want a kitten. You got a kitten.
I got a kitten on my foot. All right.
Kitten on your shoulder.
That's Hicks, right? That's Hicks.
Go down to the shoulder.
He was trying so hard to play with Benedict. It was kind of cute. Benedict hissed at him twice, softly, but he hissed at him.
Don't worry. We still love
He
you.
just looked at me like, why does he want to play with me? Okay. All right.
That was destined to not go anywhere.
Yeah.
What are you doing now, Benedict? Oh, look. He's taken Benedict's spot. Benedict's
No, that's not Benedict's spot. Benedict's spot's in the curl.
Why are you in the curl? Cat politics.
Okay, come on. It's time remaining 0 seconds. Let's go.
That 0 seconds is a long 0
It's a
seconds.
long ass 0 seconds. It's because I'm streaming. That's the other thing too. It's because I'm streaming.
it's making
There we
it
go.
difficult. Okay.
All right. So first things first, I want to go on ahead and I want to just boost the audio up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And just to make sure I don't lose anything, let's. Yeah. Okay. So we dropped a marker there.
This is in
Okay.
the Coulter's seat, is it?
This is near you guys. So I boosted the volume.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay, just let me listen to it.
Okay.
Tried to like say, hey, you should be retiring right now. No. Yeah. And so, you know. It's nice when people love something that much. Yeah, yeah. I guess it would have been very scary for.
There's another bang there.
But you heard it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
That's not you guys though.
no. Now give me the headphones because this is the part that I'm trying to figure out. Don't go anywhere. I need you to hear it. I need you to hear it.
I'm just gonna grab a kitten. I'm gonna grab a kitten.
All right. So it's right.
You should be retiring right now. No. Yeah. And so, you know. It's nice when people love something that much. Yeah, yeah. I guess it would have been very.
It's right there.
Hey, let go. No.
Yeah, yeah. I guess it would have been very.
All right.
Anything that goes loose and dangly. I want to grab.
Hi, is Laura Croft. Would you put him down? You almost took my thumb off with that, hon. Careful. Okay. Now, listen right before the bang. Listen right before the bang.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I guess it would have been very. Yeah, yeah.
There's a man's voice before that.
Yeah. Who is that?
Well, there's nobody else up there but us.
I know. That's my point.
There's
That's
no
my
men up
point.
there that we can see.
That's my point.
Interesting. We didn't have.
So now, what I need you to do is I need you to go back and listen to your audio and watching that video, and see if you pick it up on your.
I think that was before we started recording on this camera, though.
Honey, it's the
it's the same
bang.
one?
The bang is yeah.
Okay. It might be closer to your.
The point, honey. The point I'm getting at is, if I caught it on my audio, it should have caught on the camera's audio as well.
It's interesting you should say that because I was like, I did sort of think, is there something there before? That's what I was listening to before.
Right. So I'm just gonna listen. I'm gonna listen to this. I'm gonna listen to this again.
To like say, hey, you should be retiring right now. No. Yeah. And so, you know. It's nice when people love something that much. Yeah, yeah. I guess it would have been very scary for her.
All right. I want to see if I can't clean that up a little bit. Okay. Let's see what happens here, everybody.
tried to like say, hey, you should be retiring right now. No. Yeah. And so, you know. It's nice people love something that much. Yeah, yeah. I guess it would be very scary for her.
I am saying something.
Tried to like say, hey, you should be retiring right now. No. Yeah. And so, you know. It's nice people love something that much. Yeah, yeah. I guess it would be very scary.
Yeah. There's something there. There's something there.
Yeah, yeah. I guess it would be very
Wow. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
It's after that second. It's right after. Ooh.
Yeah. I guess it would be very.
I guess it would have been very. That's what I say.
I guess it would be
No, you said I guess it would have been, and then we hear
I guess it would have been very. There's a pause.
and
Thunk.
then
That's what I get on.
wait.
I guess it would be very.
No, that's not you, honey. Come over here.
Can
and
you
listen
hear
to-
me say, I guess it would have been very? I'm not whispering or anything, but
I guess it would be very.
Come here again. Come here again. This is how it goes. I will say this: my wife gets a really good workout, and I get a very good workout just getting up and getting
you
down.
could go and listen to the camera version.
Listen,
and hear-
listen to the.
Okay, I'm
I can
listening.
tell you that's not you. I can tell that's not you.
Okay.
Ready? This is the isolated moment.
Okay.
I guess it would be very. I guess
Okay, you can hear me say, I guess it would be very. There's a pause.
Yeah.
I guess it would be very.
Yeah,
Right
I
before
guess
the
that- so it's
right
not
before.
me.
No, that's not you. That is not you.
Confirmed, that's not me.
So yeah.
I was just worried that you might have not been able to hear me going, I guess it would be very,
Yeah.
but you can.
Yeah.
So that's not me.
That is definitely not you. So
And then
I'm-
something goes thump, which is
yeah.
interesting.
So
Because
I'm
that's one
just
of the
gonna say-
reported
I'm-
things
yeah.
is that.
So I'm gonna call that possible EVP and thump. Okay. Whew. All right, we're off and running tonight. Okay. Now this is all. Yeah, because no, this right here, this is all video. Now this is video I have not seen yet, and we're gonna review. We're basically taking some time out. We're gonna review this video, and we're gonna see if we catch anything audio wise. It's interesting. I love Marsha to death, hun.
Mm.
I love Marsha to death, but right now she is chatting away with my mom.
Yeah.
And I come to look down, and the flux has gone off, and she hasn't noticed.
Mm.
I'm really hoping that might have been like, okay, let me just see if I caught. Let me see if I caught it going off in front of her. Bless her cotton socks. Oh wait, no. I take it back. I think Marsha was moving.
Hmm.
I think Marsha was moving. Okay.
To say, because the six-toed cats, the Navy liked to have them on their boats because they were better at catching rats and mice and things like that. Because they, you know, the extra toes, they could kind of hang on to things and stuff.
Oh. I was just telling your mom about the investigations that we did down in Key West back
Oh my
in
God!
December.
Investigations in Key West. That sounds like
There-
that sounds like a quote unquote chore.
It was such a hardship to go.
I
tell
know,
you what.
right?
But who that Robert the Doll?
Oh, I've heard about Robert the Doll. Yeah.
That was actually very pleasant, but that fort is messed up.
I remember at Paragon, Jack Oswald was talking about Robert the Doll, And he basically said, there was something about Robin the doll that did not sit well with him. And he was pretty adamant that he would not cross that.
No, the big thing with Robert is that you just have to be respectful when you're there, and and not be like, dude, you look like a stupid doll,
Yeah.
because apparently bad things happen to people that are not nice to Robert. But
And this just said, look, we're actually looking. We are looking. We are trying to make a connection with you. We're trying to reach out to you. We've got a lot of different devices out here that are designed to make contact. So reach out at any time. We are listening. Our eyes are open. Yeah, one of the things that has been heartbreaking, I'm looking at the camera around my neck. I have a POV camera, and it's blinking on and off as if to say, yes, I am recording. I've checked the footage on here, and most of the footage I lost. I don't know if it's corrupt data. I don't know if it's a bad memory card, but yeah, the most of the POV camera stuff it didn't register. And I know it's nothing paranormal because the rest of my footage is fine, but the POV camera was not working, which was a bit of a disappointment.
Robert is one of like 13 entities at Forties Martello, though, and he's not even the scariest, which was. But then the next night we investigated the Audubon house, and it was lovely, and it was very active, but not in a threat, not like nearly as scary as Forties Martello. But then we got to go to the Hemingway house.
What was this?
It was just on his Richmond trip. It was one of those where it was Beth and Chris and me, and Chris's mom and dad. It was like a trip for them, like a happy anniversary, birthday, Christmas,
Yeah,
whatever.
it was the whole thing. Yeah.
And but then there were like two other couples, two, that because it was something that we sort of sponsored, but then folks joined us and on the investigations and things like that. So it was really fun. I was glad to have the opportunity to go because I'd never been to Key West, and I would totally go back. if only just to hang out and pet more of the Hemingway cats.
The Hemingway cats,
'Cause
yeah.
there were 58 of them. 58 cats
That you saw, or that
that are there.
Oh, really?
I took pictures of most of them.
Okay.
And they all have fun names. They're all named after like old Hollywood. Like there was one named Barbara Stanwyck who looked just like my baby.
Question.
Right.
And
Yeah.
When Tina and I are up there, are you below us?
Well, that's just it. This is where splitting up is working against us.
Yeah, because I do hear something, but I think it's your voice.
It might be me because I know that Phil and I were in and out, but I also remember were you and Tina around during the Estes methods that we were doing in the mezzanine with the mirrors?
No, we were not.
Okay. If you weren't there, then
we were downstairs, and then we were in the downstairs toilet.
See, I'm not sure how we're going to time code things.
Yeah.
But I think that's one of the reasons why I think in the future, going forward, we're not going to split up anymore. I don't think it helps us. I think going in a certain area,
However,
independent teams, yes.
there might be certain places where it's like male energy is they're more responsive to male energy.
Yeah, but then we would send you two forward, and then we'd go back in the same space, and then it'd be me and Phil.
That's probably a good idea.
I just feel like splitting up was a tactical error on our part.
We're learning.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is that I don't know if we'll be getting back. You're not listening to me right now, are you? Exactly.
I thought you were done talking to me.
No, I wasn't done talking to you. I said that the problem is that I don't know if we're going to get back to the Byrd again.
No.
And I don't know if you feel like coordinating with budgets that we would rent out the Byrd again for another $400. So,
It wasn't too
And
bad, but
it wasn't too bad, but the problem, I think,
there's just so many good other places to go as well and spend your money.
yeah, but then again, we just got this very curious thing just now in audio, and I'd like to be able to go back and see.
I think we see what it's like
yeah,
at the end of it. Definitely got some interesting Estes, and we definitely
Yeah.
got some interesting things on GhostTube.
on
and
GhostTube
stuff.
and GhostTube Seer. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And that's one of the things that we're doing, chat, is that we're basically taking the stuff like this, like the dryer stuff, and we're going to be posting that as like a, it'll be either a jump cut or it'll be a time lapse where we're jumping ahead. The thing that we have to make sure that we do is that we capture it and we document it, and we see where in the scope of things, did we catch this, and can we use it in an upcoming episode? And I think here, the stuff that we got from the Byrd, I think the stuff we got here, is still promising. It's very promising, as a matter of fact. Oh, for Pete's sake, little guy, would you stop? He just wants to play with you, Benedict. He just wants to play with you. Oh dear. Oh dear. Give him a boop, Benedict. You're allowed to give him a boop. Hang on a minute. I gotta adjust the camera for this comedy of errors that's happening right now. Okay, it's okay, buddy. It's all right. If you need to boop him, you boop him. Okay. Meanwhile, I have a ginger menace at my feet, and he's he's pushing the boundaries too. All right, let's get back to this.
She was doing over there.
What am I doing over here? I'm just keeping an eye on Paratech. What I find interesting about it, and that's the thing. That's another thing too about the private investigation is these types of conversations can sometimes trigger these devices. When you were down with can sometimes trigger these devices.
What is that?
Can sometimes trigger these devices. When you were down with
Sounds like something moving in the lobby. It's one of the other things I need to figure out here too. I got to figure out what is on. Okay, so this is my H4, and that is sitting next to Mr. Coulter's seat for the remainder of the night, which means I still have this audio. So let me see what this audio is right here.
We're out of here. That's what I said. Not my toy.
Okay, I think that's Phil and that's Phil, Tina, and Pip.
Yeah, you just tell us. It's stop and turn or just look? Because I don't know if there's enough space. There's not really a lot.
It's probably like, well, thank you for throwing it further away.
Here we go.
So calm. Oh. Okay. Oh. Where the hell am I?
That would be nice.
No throughway. That's
Oh, you can't go through there?
fenced off area. Oh wait, that was something recorded. This is why we also have to have stuff time stamped as well. Yeah, some people don't remember to reset their calendars on the recorders. I'm talking about the person that's underneath me right now. Anyway, let me have a listen then to Okay, this is a 3-hour. This is a 3-hour clip. Let's see where this is.
Yes, that's what I was saying. The film's about a guy who was more or less a mad dog. And
Oh, I put this. I remember now. I put this recorder in the women's bathroom upstairs. No, in a room that I was picking up a vibe from. So that is footage. That is evidence that if I can get to it, I'll get to it. Sad thing is that I can't. I can't really corroborate any of this. And the sad thing is, I feel like I feel like there's something here.
now with Tina, useful.
Did it say use,
Useful.
useful? Well, you just said that
Conversations and sometimes trigger these devices. Yeah.
See, the three of us are here, and then Phil and Tina and Pip are downstairs, and they're doing their own thing. And I think that the whisper that I hear is, in fact, the whisper I think I hear is one of the staff of the Byrd Theater. Okay.
Conversations and sometimes trigger these devices. When you were down with Tina, useful.
Did it say use,
Useful.
useful? Well, you just said that these conversations are useful.
Very useful, right? And that's the thing is that when you're able to when you're doing a public investigation, you're kind of trying to keep it like, okay, we're doing this, explain the stories, that kind of thing.
Right.
When we're doing this, the tricky bit is trying to figure out what is going to be your response. Yeah, it is a tricky bit.
Have you found anybody?
I actually they got something with the little girl.
Yeah.
And runs up and down the theater, and apparently Phil and Pip and Tina got they got a naked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So good on you.
Which mirror are you selecting?
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. I thought what would be smart would be to find a mirror that got the infinity effect going.
Well, I feel like something about this mirror is telling me you should
Yeah.
do this one.
This one has been
Yeah.
a little bit more.
My wife has forbidden me from doing this, so.
Why? Oh, so my wife is like, yeah, sure, put Tina on the chopping
No,
block.
and also she ran away.
Yes, of course she did.
All right.
So how do you want to do this? How are you going to set it up? That's my.
All right, well, here.
So she ran away.
Yeah.
All right. So.
Sure, put Tina on. Oh, so
My wife has forbidden. Well, I feel like.
So what this is a setup for is this is right before we start doing scrying. Where this is the first time we'd ever tried doing this, and we were using an electronic candle just to make sure that we weren't, tempting anything with Virginia fire laws or anything like that. So I'm going to mark this as. All right, this is the setup. Here we go. And if you're curious what scrying is where you, and that's, I believe it's spelled SCRYING, scrying. And what it is that you're supposed to, you're doing something similar to an Estes method, but instead of blindfolding, you are allowing, you put yourself in front of an open flame or a candle or something like that, and you focus on the flame. A mirror should be involved, and you basically enter a trance more or less, and allow yourself to open up and basically see what happens. So this is the first time I've actually seen this footage, so it'll be interesting to see how this goes.
Which mirror are you selecting?
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Hello?
I thought what would be smart would be to find a mirror that got the infinity effect going.
Well, I feel like something about this mirror is telling me you should
Yeah.
do this mirror.
This one has been
Yeah.
a little bit more.
My wife has forbidden me from doing this, so.
Why? Oh, so my wife is like, yeah, sure, put tea on the chopping
No,
block.
and also she ran away.
Yes, of course she did.
All right.
So how do you want to do this? How are you going to set it up? That's my.
All right, well, here's my thought. Here we go. I think we're gonna turn this off for just a second.
Yeah, it's been largely inactive.
This will get yourself set up on to bring the REM pod.
Yeah, the
Downstairs.
Boise thing has been, y'all are getting really close to the things on that table.
Mom, this thing, because of what we're about to do, it just said experiment.
Oh, are you going to sit in front of the mirror?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, I thought you were going to stand.
And this
Oh,
has
hell
been
no,
doing,
am I gonna stand?
this has been doing absolutely nothing.
So nothing on the K2.
Nothing on the
K2 downstairs. This.
Has that been recorded? Is that
No, it's actually not on yet.
I was going to say, it's just
I
sitting
think I
there.
might turn it on for this session. I'm just going to take these downstairs while you get ready to go.
All right, what we need is a spirit box of some description.
Oh, yes, of some description. There it is.
Please stand by.
Please stand by. Your call is very
I see the test
I
pattern.
was going to say, your call is right.
Para español. And then you make them. See, again, that's not my language. I am a French teacher. Why am I speaking Spanish? Porque.
Various.
There you go. Stop here. Your ten's up for me. Well, I am coming back up.
Yeah, well, no, I wasn't gonna do this without you. I wasn't gonna do this without you, son. Come on, kidding?
I was gonna say, if it's an experiment, you should be accountable as well.
Yes, I think that's the key word here, accountable.
Accountable.
Okay, chat, so what we're planning to do here tonight is something I've never done before. And I would prefer,
And now for something.
completely different. If I do this
Hey,
wrong,
that's our first Monty Python reference of the night.
if it's wrong, the thing is though, if I'm wrong about this, that could happen.
With the 3 buttons.
Exactly. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with this. So what we're going to try to do is this thing called scrying chat, where I'm going to basically do the Estes method while looking at a candle in a mirror, and hopefully nothing weird's going to happen to me. But
If it happens to anybody, it'll be me.
if it happens,
Seriously.
if it happens, I will not be doing this alone, so somebody will be able to keep an eye on me. This is tendency. I do have
We do have a tendency to do Monty Python references.
there's a tendency to do a lot of Monty Python. Now, I left my headlamp. Do you have a light? Let's see. Okay. Headphones. Headphone jack. Okay. And so
Somebody's talking.
someone's about to be talking. Okay. I think I'm good.
This is all like, woo, 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 look at Survival, woo.
Okay.
You're fine. Stop playing with the light.
All right. I'm going to give you.
I do it again.
Natural Yeah, it is kind of natural for us to act this way. It's very natural for us to act this way.
We don't get to do this very often.
We don't, we really don't,
So-
but, okay, so we've got these set up now. The idea, apparently, chat.
Every time you say chat, I think you're saying Chet, and I'm thinking weird science.
No, shh, no. I should put it in a way that you understand. So now, shut.
That's
Shut.
okay, he's got- Oh,
Damn it. All right. Okay,
he's been attacked.
all right, let's try this
Oh,
again.
no, I'm being repressed. It's the violence inherent in the system.
Yeah, I
Gotta
only
do the
had
whole
one. I
Constitution
only have
of
one.
the
I know,
Constitution.
right,
I'm not gonna
right,
do the whole
right, we gotta be careful about that. Okay. So
I almost got to meet John.
And if you're curious, everybody, this like I said, this is the stuff that gets edited out. So what you're seeing is the raw footage from the Byrd Theater, and we're gonna make an episode out of this, and it's a little different because when we shot this episode, we were shooting it with the idea that we were going to be doing our normal, well, I shouldn't say our normal, but our original format, which was we sit down, we watch the footage, we have the best of clips, and then we comment on them. Well, now we've changed that. We've made our format a little more immersive. That's going to change the footage, though, dramatically, because we need to see if we have a second camera or if we just make the most of one camera angle here. But right now, a lot of this stuff is probably going to wind up on the cutting room floor, sadly.
John Cleese at GalaxyCon. But he was only there the one day, and Charlie Cox was also only there the one day.
So you had to make a call.
I
You had to make a tough call.
I got to meet Charlie Cox, and he signed my Daredevil shirt.
I can't blame you on that.
Yvonne.
Okay, so that's about right.
Situation.
See, this one I want.
What was that, hon? Hon?
We both got the sniffles.
Oh.
Tina says, I feel sorry for the person who's listening to the audio. Me.
It's you. It's you, baby. All right.
You'll probably find it too.
What do you think, Phil?
Bill's right here.
Yeah.
Phil has arrived.
So what do you think of that, Phil? Or am I supposed to, because
You're supposed to be right up on that mirror.
I'm supposed to be right up on that mirror?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so I'm
Yeah, you're
obviously
supposed to be sitting
like within like 2 inches of that mirror?
not within 2 inches, but so that you can see your own face clearly.
Okay.
Is the candle between?
So because I thought the candle was supposed to also be like in the mirror or something along those lines.
I don't know anything about the candle part of
I
it.
thought the candle was supposed to be like a focus point. That was what you're supposed to focus on.
Or is it like you sit up on the mirror and the candle illuminates your face?
I think it's more about illumination.
Okay. Then?
But the goal is to be able to see your face.
It's at moments like this I go, please tell me that I adjusted the camera before we started. How you doing there, Cobalt? Good to see you.
Relatively clearly.
All right.
You could even do,
Yes.
Not that.
And then you say Bloody Mary 3 times.
Let's not. Let's not.
let's not court any, it already said situation.
I'm already. Okay.
You're getting tangled?
It already thinks we have a situation.
Right. Yeah.
It feels a little loose to me.
That's why we're gonna do it this way. We're gonna do an over the shoulder.
Over the shoulder.
Over the shoulder shot. Exactly.
It's like all these
I'm
old,
not the one who had to say it.
all these old references, it's like Valley. Well, we did all go to school in the Valley, didn't we?
We did?
Was it?
The Shenandoah.
I wouldn't. Oh, but that's true. That's true. The Shenandoah Valley. I didn't even think about the Shenandoah Valley.
Oh, there it is.
Okay. I think. Okay. I think this
Now, you
is.
see, that's the worst part. That's the part that's the most galling. That POV camera is pointing right at me, and yet I didn't get any footage from it. Did not get a single drop of footage from it. Now, I might try to double check tonight, but signs are not looking good.
Do you want to have it pointed at your reflection?
I think it should. If you double check in here, it should catch the reflection. Did Phil disappear on me again?
I'm sure he'll be back.
All right, Phil.
Did I bring TikTok up here? I thought I did, but.
Okay.
How do I turn this? Because it's,
How do you? What do you? Hang on.
wait, hang on.
I'll be there. One moment, Tito. Sorry.
Again with the Espanol.
I know. See, that was my language. All right.
I could.
Okay, that's actually not a bad shot. It's not a great shot, but it's not a bad shot. Let me double check. That second voice that you happen to hear, though, that is Pip on the other side, and she is listening to footage that she caught. Oh, excuse me. So let me see here. So here's my POV camera. Oh, that's so galling. That was so galling. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, I've already used that footage. This is the footage I haven't used, and it looks like it's the footage. Yeah, it's the footage of me. It's the footage of this second bit of footage is the footage of me sitting at Mr. Coulter's seat. And then I'm trying to remember what this is. Yeah, we haven't started scrying at this point. Oh, so Phil, while I change the battery, you want to come with me? Because I have a question. I have a question for you.
Are you coming downstairs?
I'm coming. I'm going over to where my setup is for Mr. Coulter, but I wanted to ask you a question before we went over there. Yeah. That's not even close to this. It's not even close to this. Damn. And I think the only copy I have is on this drive. It's one of the things that you are always kind of rolling the bones on, and you have to decide moving forward. Okay, how am I going to deal with this in the future? And losing that much footage, because I was trying very religiously to make sure that I was checking the camera, making sure that everything was working fine. And I'm pulling this up right now. Yeah. This whole thing is blank. Oh, that is so galling. Okay. I basically had my
Spout
camera.
out some random German.
I had this camera pointed.
Yeah, I tried to teach myself German. That was.
And again, I had that camera pointed at me thinking that it was working. Obviously, it wasn't. That is not something supernatural. That is gear failure. And there's a very fine line. I mean, you see a lot of people going, "Oh, my camera mysteriously stopped working." Well, when the camera has a habit of doing that, it's no longer paranormal. It's just straight up shitty equipment. And I'm gonna have to put that on my future list. It's on my wish list on my Twitch channel. But yeah, that is this might be the last hurrah for this camera. I'm gonna double check to see if the footage is still there or not. But that's it's a little infuriating.
A bit of a disaster.
Yeah, well, you need to have Herr Kyler, who had a lazy eye and never bothered to learn any of our names.
Okay.
Viewer. That's what we're trying to figure out.
No, I think we're good. I think we're good. All right. Okay, so
Ooh, somebody said there's a weather system that's going through. I got a migraine spike a little while ago.
That's
Dude,
electric.
the storms that came through.
That's an electric candle. That's just a candle with a battery in it. But it's supposed to, the idea was that I was to focus on that, allow myself to go into a trance, and then of course we see what happens next. So
here in Central Virginia were like golf ball sized hail and just awful, and flooding, because that's my favorite things.
Of course.
So Phil, are you going to ask me questions while, do you want to, yeah, well, I'm assuming you're going to ask me questions while we do this?
Yeah, I mean,
Are you going to ask me
Like golf ball sized hail and just awful, and flooding, because that's my favorite things.
of course.
So
okay, let's see. And I think what I'll do while I'm here,
Ooh. Hold on.
that always excites me. When I hear my wife go, ooh, 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 that's when I go, okay. So I'm going to clear all the markers here. Can I do that? Can I clear my markers, please? Oh, wait. Hang on. Okay. Now, what you're hearing, Chad, that little soft voice, that is Pip. Basically, that's her listening to her audio. So, all right. So I'm gonna go in here. Gonna go to video effects, and we're just gonna.
Ooh.
All right, second, ooh, honey, you might have to talk to me now.
So there's a bit where I'm talking about ushers, and I'm like, I'm talking about the fact they don't have ushers in modern movie theatres.
Yeah.
And I could swear there's a hey after I say it. And then Tina actually says, do you hear that? Yeah. Oh, that's the business.
All right. Hold on. That's too much. All right. So. That's one input level.
Oh, you need to come over.
All right. Hold up. Trying to figure out what. Oh, there it is. All right.
Oh, yeah. That's the juice.
Why does it have to do this? Come on. Okay, that's it. There we go. All right. Coming on over. Hold on. Give me a second, everybody.
Okay. Listen after I talk about the fact that modern places don't have.
Okay, hit it.
Did you hear it?
No,
Okay.
back
hold
it up.
on. Now-
Use the shift key. Hold down your shift key.
Yeah.
And then use the back button. All right, hit it.
gone back pretty far. Actually, hold on.
I didn't hear it.
Hold on. I think I'm not in the right spot. I think I need to. Hold on. Let me just mark it, and then I'll.
Yeah, make sure you get it marked.
Okay. Ah.
All right, let me get back into my own. Here we go.
So Phil, are you going to ask me questions while, do you want to, yeah, well, I'm assuming you're going to ask me questions while we do this?
Yeah, I mean, typically scrying is done alone. But this is kind of we're doing
Experiment.
a take on a theme, right? So
I thought it was supposed to be something, I thought this was like a variation on the spirit box.
Go back.
No,
That's his
no.
method.
I mean, yeah, I mean, people have been starting to use the spirit box, but scrying is, predates the spirit box. by
Scrying
hundreds of years,
used to have
thousands of years.
a bowl of water,
Yeah.
and it would you would get that.
Well, when you're ready, Phil, this is your spirit box, so I'm gonna make a bold assumption, you're gonna set it up and,
Oh, you want me to set it up for you?
yes.
Distant, it says. Distant.
I guess I am being a little distant. All right, here we go.
When you're ready.
It
There we go.
says Philadelphia.
I'm ready. I was born ready. Is this Philadelphia?
What?
Do the thing.
I tend to, yeah, that's a
Is that
good,
good, right?
maybe a touch faster.
Really?
There we go.
I didn't dust anything. Hold on.
How about now? How about now?
That's too slow.
Okay.
That's too fast.
Now
How's
you
that?
need to come back.
Just
A little
right.
slower.
Hold on.
There you go. That's it.
That's where he started.
And you can turn it up a little bit too.
Lake. I was talking about water. People used to scry in lakes all the time, actually. That's,
Yeah,
you're
give this a shot.
exactly right.
All right. Let's see. Okay.
You hear me say we don't have ushers anymore. Only people that come in and clean vaguely after the movie's done,
Okay.
and then straight after that.
All right.
Okay.
Tell me nothing after that. Back it up. I hear a breath.
I
I
think.
don't hear hey, but I hear a breath.
Oh, I hear.
Let's try it again.
I did.
Shift key, you go a little faster. Okay. I heard a breath.
Hmm. You don't think it's a hey?
I just hear a breath.
Yeah. But
Tina
but the
heard.
interesting thing is, Tina says, "Did you hear
Did
that?"
you hear that? And she actually mimicked the sound that I heard.
Hmm.
She basically makes the sound of a breath.
Ah.
Okay.
Okay.
So shall I leave it marked or shall I not?
No, leave it marked. Leave it marked. But we gotta play with it and see if
Yep.
if we can bring it out more.
Okay.
Can you tell us, are you a man or a woman?
Time.
Now, in this particular case, since I am reviewing evidence, but also marking evidence and doing all the stuff that we do with evidence, one of the things I'm intending to do here is I will be marking all the responses, both with this and with when we start doing the Estes method as well. So I'm going to set this up. This might take a few minutes, but it's worth it.
I
Okay.
will say that I hear it in this headphone, not the other headphone.
What?
I hear it in this headphone, not this headphone, which is weird.
That okay. That is weird. All right, so I say time. I mean, the scrying is supposed to basically help me get into a better headspace. I don't know. This is the first time I've looked at this footage, so it'll be interesting to see how it plays out when I okay. Okay. So I say time. Oh, right. It's still selected good because I want to give it a shadow. And we're going to make it black. Hunted. 7 and 7. Okay. Now comes the tricky part. I don't know why this suddenly became very hard, but okay. So I'm going to zoom in here. I hope.
Time.
Okay. And we're going to make it. Going to make the roughly 8 seconds long. And
Time.
okay, now we go in and we say scale, and then we go to the end, and we added another one, and we just scaled it up to 125. All right, so that means it's going towards the left, isn't it? Yeah, you see how it scales out that way? It's not supposed to be doing that. Oh. Yo, Death Savior, rating with a party of 2. How about that? Thank you very much, sir. Much appreciated. Welcome on in. How are you? Coming in for a multi-stream tonight, an unexpected Saturday night special with my wife. She said she wanted to review some stuff. So let's go ahead. And thank you for bringing in your community. As you all know, because this is a data review, evidence review, that sort of thing. We do not do Twitch Dad. We don't have the wacky drop-ins. We basically remove that. We remove that from the equation so that we can stay focused. Yeah, so that we can stay focused on the evidence at hand. But thank you, Death Savior. What did you get up to tonight? I'd love to hear what your stream was like. All right, now I am seeing it do.
What?
Exactly.
All right.
I have done that particular file.
I have done the deed.
It is interesting in this instance. Tina points it out and she says it sounds like a breath behind us. So it wasn't either of us.
Okay.
And there was no one else
All
in
right,
the theatre
all
at
right.
the time. I will point that out.
Well, point that out.
Point.
So duly pointed. All right.
How do I? Now
Uh-oh.
I'm in trouble. I've got Adobe Premiere open and I don't know what I'm doing.
What is the problem, my love?
I have the first recording from the lower theatre part, and it's in the bottom left frame. But how do I get it up until there so that I can look at it? Do I just drag it?
Hold on.
This could be...
No.
Time.
This is what happens when you have a powerful tool and no idea how to use it, really, except to drop markers.
I love my wife. I love my
I can
wife
scrub
dearly.
backwards and forwards, I suppose.
Yeah, you got this, baby.
I can scrub.
You
and
got
I can
this.
Drop,
You got
I can
this.
drop things.
Please hold while I help my wife.
It shouldn't take too long.
What? Hang on. What are you trying to do now? You were trying.
Well, I'm moving on to a new file. I've got a new project started. I've named it, and I've got it over here. I want to go over there so I can.
When you say you want to go over there, what exactly? Do you
I've got this file here. I want to be able to work on it.
click and drag?
Just this, like that. I missed that bit. All right, thank you. As you were, sir. As you were,
As you were.
This is like another half hour.
Yeah. Okay. So right now, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to just trying to make this bit of animation a little more seamless. So let me just see here. Okay. And I think what I need to do is...
Your mum's in charge of this camera. That'll be fun.
Oh, dear.
She's pointing it at the ceiling at the moment, so
Bless
hopefully there's a ghost up there.
her cotton socks. Yeah. I don't think my mom is going to be joining us anytime soon on a paranormal investigation. Nothing against my mom. I just don't think she enjoyed it.
Time. What?
Exactly. Time?
Okay. All right. So let me just see something here.
What's happening out here?
Just doing a little fine tuning here. Okay. So let's see how that looks.
Time.
That's it. That's what I wanted to do. Okay. So I will now move the marker there. I will move the clip back to there. And then I'm going to copy that. And then, let's see. Drop in a video transition. Make it a nice 2-second fade out. Okay, so I say time.
Time. What?
So that's a twofer. We'll take time and we will change time there to what? Okay.
What?
Exactly. Time?
Time is a construct.
I mean, why don't you tell us what time is it for you?
There we go. There we go. Okay, this is another one of those things where Premiere does something really odd, and it changes because I have multiple clips that say, you know, that are 0012 and all this stuff. It gets things screwed up in here. So let me see if I can fix this. 'Cause that's not supposed to be happening. Okay. Let me save that. Let me quit. And then I'm going to just do a restart. Actually, this might be a good spot, chat. This might be a good spot for me to get maybe a little late night hydration, which really isn't hydration. It's basically soda. And along with that, try to find out if I still have video that I can play with from the Byrd Theater. Not necessarily counting on it, but we'll see what happens. So my wife is now in charge of the stream. We should be good. We'll just do this. Oh, okay, great.
It's adorable hearing Tina explain cameras to your mum.
I'm sure it
Very
is.
sweet. Your mum said, "There's a light over there," and Tina has to explains about
Infrared.
security cameras and
Infrared
IR.
security. Yeah. Bless.
Yes.
My mom was trying. She was in the spirit of things. Pardon the pun. She really was though. She was. It's me mum. That's me mum. That's me ma. He's there.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see if there was a stick over here that for her
see none.
SD cards. No, there isn't. Damn it.
I've
I'll have
got
to
a
look for it. No, I have. No, it's not the converter I need. I should have one for over here and one for the other side.
Yeah, okay. I'm still. I think we fixed the camera.
Well, thank God for that. Fix the camera.
Aha! Music box goes off.
Oh, you caught that. Nice.
Yeah, there's the music box. to use pink for when the device goes off. And I'm
That's a
going to
bit of
say music box.
All right.
Triggers.
Good plan.
Interesting thing is, just before it, we say the lights are going off. We can't see it from this angle, but.
Oh, so Mom was there to hear the music box
yeah,
go
she
off.
did hear the
Oh,
music box
nice, nice. I'm glad she got to experience that.
going off. And then.
See, she didn't mention that to me. Oh, I had to step away for a moment, Cobalt. I'm trying to. Oh, that's bad. Where is the memory card for this? Seriously? That is. Where the hell is the memory card for
Goes up
this?
What?
This is the memory card for this is missing. And it's one of these micro SD cards. And I wouldn't have put it in this case. I think these are two brand new.
Huh. So where is the missing one is the question.
I don't know. I haven't been able to archive them because it was the ones that are archived are only larger SD cards, not the mini SD cards.
That's weird. Question. Point of order, sir.
Yes, I'm listening.
The music box goes off multiple times. Do I mark it every time it goes off?
Yep.
Okay.
Every time. All right. That's a bit of a worry because the only device That's a bit of a worry because that means that the only device that I have that does mini SD cards is the drone. But I did not at any time use the card. Hey Spence, how are you? Okay, that's weird. That is weird.
Now I know the music box is triggered by movement, right?
Yes.
That's why we put it down there because there's a lot
Yes.
of EMF would have been pointless down
Right,
there. So
right. Okay.
we have it down on the very edge of the stage.
This is just not my night. That's a little unsettling. I really have no idea where this card is. I have no idea where this card is. I thought this thing had a card. And the card reader that I have
Does
not-
it take those?
isn't taking any of these. Well, no, it's taking the card, but it's not mounting. Again, this isn't anything supernatural. This is just straight up tech failure. Okay, for whatever reason, this thing is just not working. All right. Trying not to panic here, everybody, because yeah. Sorry, I'm gonna have to reach across you again.
The music box just goes and goes.
All right, I need you to roll back.
Fall back, Marine.
Can you open the drawer here?
Oh, I'm just gonna get out.
Oh, okay. Get yourself a snack.
Fix myself a snack.
Take a short break. I'm trying to deduce a brand new mystery. The mystery of where the hell did the other card go? Oh man. And sadly, what I need to read the card with isn't working. Man. Unfortunately, this might be a mystery that I'll have to solve off stream. But that is a little unsettling. I've been really good at not losing SD cards. I've been able to keep track of where everything has been, and I've been really good about that. Especially when it comes to the smaller cards, because the smaller cards are I mean, look at that. I mean, that would be very easy to lose. And apparently I did. And what's even more frustrating is that there could be on whatever the missing card is, there could be that missing footage from the Byrd Theater. All right. Give me another moment, chat. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Chad, have you ever had one of those moments, one of those things where you have a device that you're constantly coming across and you don't need it, you come across it again, you don't need it, come across it again, you don't need it, and then the one time you need it, you can't find the damn thing? That's what's currently happening at OSI, and it's a bit galling. That's the word. The password today is galling. Galling. Oh, jeez. All right. Okay, why can't I pull up my oh, that's because I quit Premiere. Okay, but why is Adobe okay, so Adobe Audition is taking up the whole screen. But I can't get my YouTube chat up. Oh, because my YouTube chat is over there. Hi, Spence. I see you over there in there as well. I still have to make you a mod. Geez, the day. All right, we're gonna try this again. Well, what did you do, Kat?
Check 1, check 2. Okay, so you all can hear me. My cat just hit the... What the fuck did you do? Man, Benedict has been out for revenge right now because... Because I can't hear anymore. What? He is... Oh, wait. There we go. You little shit. You little shit. He put one of the the channels of the mixer on solo. God. Killing a cat on stream would be bad. It'd be really bad. That's why I'm not going to do it. Okay, let's try again. You watch your step and mind your P's and Q's, cat. I swear, you're on thin ice right now. Okay. Let me see. I'm also having a weird moment with my video in that the audio is now switching to a different source of video. Why? I have no idea. It's this weird thing that Premiere does when it has two files that apparently, or it works with two files across two different projects, mind you. Two different projects, two different files, but if they got the same name, it will sometimes swap out one piece of audio with another piece at a random point. Makes no sense. I've never seen Premiere do this before. Only until this version and when I started working with OSI stuff. Whew. And then to say that it's distracting. It's distracting to not know where there's a missing card. Now let's see what happens when I do this. If I hit play, what does it play? That's not the audio. That's not the audio. It's not the right audio.
Why don't you tell us what time is it for you?
See, here's the thing. See that little jump in audio? That's where it switches. It switches to another piece of audio. Now, that's at 15:32. So let me just see if I go to... If I go to this piece of audio, or this piece of video, and I go to this, what does it play?
I got the...
How about now? How about now?
Okay. Let's see if the jump
That's
happens
too
again.
slow. That's too fast. How's that?
Just
A little
right.
slower. There you go. That's it.
That's where he started.
And you can turn it up a little bit too.
Lake. I was talking about water. People used to scry in lakes all the time, actually. That's,
Yeah,
you're
give this a
exactly
shot.
right.
Okay. Can you tell us, are you a man or a woman?
So I say time, and then what? I'm watching the original.
Time.
Video now.
What?
Exactly. Time?
Time is a construct.
I mean, why don't you tell us what time is it for you?
There we go.
It's also happening on this piece of video as well. Oh, that is so effed up. Okay, then let me go to the original audio on the drive, and let me see if that is also affecting things. Okay, so I go to Kenneth. Yeah. Oh, no, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
There we go.
Yeah, so basically what it's doing when it jumps like that is that it's jumping back to the original, to the beginning of the video, which makes no sense whatsoever. So I'm just going to fast forward to when we get all set up. All right, so this is the original video I'm looking at right here.
To set it up for you.
Yes.
Distant, it says. Distant.
I guess
That's too slow.
All right.
That's too fast. How's that?
Just
A little
right.
slower. There you go. That's it.
That's where you started.
And you can turn it up a little bit too.
Lake. I was talking about water. People used to scry in lakes all the time, actually. That's,
Let's
you're
give this a
exactly
shot.
right.
Okay. Can you tell us,
Why would it do that?
are you a man or a woman?
Time.
Okay.
What?
Exactly. Time?
Time is a construct.
I mean,
Okay.
why don't you tell us what time is it for you? Can you tell us what year it is? Are you a patron of this
Okay.
cinema?
So the original file is fine.
Can you tell us how long you've
What?
been here?
So the original file is fine. But when it got imported into Premiere, it is not fine. Now, that is weird. This is why I never wrote Premiere for Dummies, just to be fair. Okay. But in Premiere, it is not. It is no bueno. Now, let me just check one more thing before I try fixing it on the fly. Let me just see. There we go.
Dude, the storms that came through.
The scrying is, predates. Really?
There we go.
Can you tell us, are you a man or a woman?
Time. What?
Exactly. Time?
Time is a construct.
I mean, why don't you tell us what time is it for you? Can you tell us what year it is? Are you a patron of this cinema?
Okay, so this file should be fine.
Can you tell us how long you've
What?
been here?
Okay, so this file is fine. Yo, hi, Sly Gamer. How are you? I'm doing fine in the old time zone. Thank you for asking. Just working through some technology blues right now. Just trying desperately to get back on track with my review of some footage that we shot at the Byrd Theater in Richmond, Virginia. And now I'm just trying to figure out why certain things aren't working. Now, this is still intact, so I should be able to just drop in the audio from this file. So let me double check. Let me double click that. I'm going to drag the audio only. should be the same length. Yes, it is. Okay. However, comma, it's not showing up. All right. All right. I'm keeping my cool. I'm keeping my cool. Okay. Is it silent?
So Phil, are you going to ask me
Nope,
questions?
Nope. Okay. It just hasn't rendered for whatever reason. All right. So let's jump ahead. Let's see what happens.
Time. What?
Exactly. Time?
Time is a construct.
I mean, why don't you tell us what time is it for you? Can you tell us what year it is? Are you a patron of this cinema?
Can you tell us how long you've
What?
So for some reason, the audio down here is fine. The audio above is absolutely foobarred. All right. Well, then we'll just replace it. Just like and just like that. Okay. I have not played a harmonica, but yes, Phil has, as Spence pointed out. We even had it happen during an investigation. It was pretty wild. It was pretty wild. It was at Gettysburg when Phil made that happen, and it was very, very cool. It was very cool.
Could you turn off my camera while I eat a snacky?
Yeah. Hold on a second.
Grandma always told me it was rude to eat in front of people.
I hear you. Hang on.
While talking.
Well, I can do this. I can lock this in place for the next time you do this, and then I can. Yep. And now your camera is off.
Okay.
Yep. That's well. That was one of the places. There was an. He also played the harmonica when we first went to the Jenny Wade house. So yeah. Let's see. So we go ahead and go. Damn it. Why am I seeing what? No, I don't. Oh, whoops. For some reason. All right, let's try that again. Control C. Control V. There we go. Now, why it was doing that, I don't know. But let me just make sure that it's got the same thing. Yep, it does. Boom. Is that Tina? Pep? How loud are you listening to things?
Sorry?
I can hear that through your microphone. Yeah, that too. Okay. I'm muting Pip.
Just mute me for a second.
Yeah, I'm just muting Pip. Actually, if you want to see that, Scott, give me 1 second. Spence, you're in chat. If you could do me a favor and you could send him to the Jenny Wade House Part 2 of Season 2 of Old Spirits, that would be perfect because that's where it is. That's where that episode is. If you want to see that and hear that, it's like I said, it's pretty amazing. Okay. And here I say, what again? Say what again? I dare you. Good Lord, cats.
Something's happening out there.
Yeah, I know. All right. Now, what did I do here? Did I mute something here by accident? Oh, yeah, I did. Okay, I got it. I got it now. I'm under control. Here we go.
Of this cinema?
Can you tell us how long you've
What?
been here?
Okay.
Wait, say that.
Was that a when maybe?
When?
Okay.
When?
Wait, say that.
Was that a when maybe?
Yeah, when? Well, we're hoping you could tell us when.
Hey, Christella.
This is interesting
Are you having a? Are you have? There it is. There it is. Thank you, Spence. Thank you.
because this isn't doing anything now.
Yeah.
Please.
Okay, please. Now, hang on. I definitely said I wanted this to be. Yeah, it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be typing. All right, hang on. Let's see what happens.
Because
Here.
this isn't doing anything now.
Yeah.
Please.
Oh,
Please.
I said
That's
that.
fine.
No.
You want us to tell you when?
That's fine.
Okay, it's now. I mean, I think.
Please.
I mean, I think.
Please.
So I say please twice. That's interesting.
It's now. I mean, I think.
Please.
Please again.
Very polite.
Is there something else you want us to
Look.
do for you? Book? Want us to
Look.
do for you?
Okay. So for anybody that was coming in late on this, I'm trying out a new approach to the Estes method. It's called scrying, and what it's supposed to be is that I'm supposed to place myself between two mirrors to get that infinity effect, the infinity effect, and then I'm infinity effect. And then I'm supposed to stare into a candle flame or some sort of fire or some sort of flame, and allow myself to fall into a trance, and then let whatever's working through a spirit box work a little more efficiently, if you will. The first time I ever tried it, first time I ever did it, it was an interesting process. It was an interesting experience. This is the first time I'm seeing the results, so this ought to be interesting.
Please.
Please again.
Very polite.
Is there something else you want us to
Look.
do for you? Book?
Look.
Want us to
Okay. All right.
Look.
for you? Book?
Or was that look?
Look.
Or looking in
Look
the mirror?
Yeah. We're looking. He's looking.
Decision.
Now that's the paratech. That's the paratech working.
We're looking. He's looking.
should probably go ahead and put that in there too. But I'm going to put that on the above track.
He's looking.
Decision.
It's interesting that now suddenly the paratech is kicking up. It was quiet for quite some time, and now suddenly it's suddenly wants to be heard. Okay, now, okay. Okay. Let me look at this here.
Huh.
Okay. So what you're seeing here is not only a logging of evidence, but you're also looking at how the sausage is made. This is how we make an episode of Old Spirits. So paratech decision. Okay, so
He's looking.
Decision.
okay, so we'll do that, and then I'll come up here. Okay. So the whole process should look like this. Pretty much. This is part of the zero transparency that we strive for. We want people to know that paranormal investigation is not all, hey, we're going to go to a haunted house. Hey, we're going to freak ourselves out. Hey, we're going to do that. There's a lot of work that goes into this stuff, and that's one of the things that we're doing. Yes? Oh, hold on.
Come listen to something.
Come listen to something? All right. All right. Hold tight. I'm coming. There you are in your favorite spot in the middle of the floor. Why are you in the middle of the floor? There are no other kittens here.
Immediately after, we just want to get to know you, Tina.
After we just want to get to know you.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Ready?
Okay. We just want to get to know you. Okay.
And then straight after that.
Was that a little?
Yeah, there was a.
Oh yeah. Now you're gonna want to mark that.
I've marked
and
it.
Then that's a.
That's a
That
good
wasn't
little one, I
bad.
think.
That wasn't bad at all. No, that wasn't bad at all. Seems like the ladies were getting all the attention. Looks like they were getting all the attention. Okay.
We're looking. He's looking.
Decision.
Is there somewhere you want us to look other than the mirror?
Speech.
Speech.
Voice.
Is there somewhere you want us to look other than the mirror?
Okay. I tell a lie. There is a kitten down here. Okay. Speech. Okay.
Something else going on there. I feel like
Now, in a situation like this, where this is
I hear another voice.
okay, calm down. Calm down. This isn't
This is the good stuff.
yeah, but this isn't your first rodeo either, so just take a moment.
Okay.
All right, give me a minute here. I'm kind of working on something here. What are you doing? That is not a litter box.
But it looks like one.
No, that is not a litter box. That is where the scoop goes.
It smells like one.
It does smell like one.
I'm
Doesn't
confused.
Doesn't make it a litter box. Where there's poop and pee, that's a litter box.
Smells like that.
Okay. Let me just see here. Well, with the paratech stuff, I can do this. I can do this. I could no. Now I want to go on ahead and center that there. And I need to do the same thing for. Oh wait, did they both go? I don't think they both went.
He's looking.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right. Sorry, everyone. I got to do this little bit right here. This little bit of pokery jiggery to make this work. All right. I'm gonna extend it out the, and then. All right, hold on. There we go. It's funny. This was why I really kind of avoided getting involved with with for as long as I could. I was trying to avoid getting involved in anything YouTube related when it came to content creation, mainly because I knew what kind of a video editor I am, and yeah. Okay, so let me just do this. Let's take a look here. All right.
We're looking. He's looking.
Decision.
Well, there we go. There we go.
Is there somewhere you want us to look other than the mirror?
Speech.
Speech.
Voices.
So it goes from speech to voices. So I say speech and then voices. The hell is that sound? Oh, it's the kittens. Never mind. Now I'm paranoid. Now I'm paranoid. All right.
Look other than the mirror?
Speech.
Speech.
Voices.
That's what we're listening for, absolutely.
Yes. We want to hear your voice, hear what you have to say.
This said.
Look out.
One of the things I have to be very careful about when I'm listening for stuff too is there's some outside noise. It was a party night in Carytown. Usually is because we're very close to VCU.
This said.
All right.
This said.
Look out.
Not good. I don't want to look out.
What are we looking out for? Mr. Coulter? Doesn't want us messing around up here?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Spark.
Was that spark or
Wouldn't be
smart?
surprised.
Spark.
Spark.
No, that is a fake fly.
Spark. I say spark. Interesting.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Spark.
Thank you, Spencer.
Spark.
No, that is a fake fly, a fake
Oh,
candle, so you
yes.
don't have to worry about that.
That's not a real
Ghost.
fire.
Well, that's what we're trying to.
That's not a real
Ghost.
fire. Not a real
Ghost.
fire.
You don't have to worry about that.
That's
Okay,
not a real
Ghost.
fire.
You have a good night
Well,
tonight.
that's what we're trying to figure out.
What's a ghost? Can you tell me what a ghost is?
It says Russian.
Okay, so I got Russian. Okay. Still very confused about what happened with the audio earlier. That's weird, but anyway.
What a ghost is? Ghost is? Can you tell me what a ghost is?
It says Russian.
Were there many Russians in
Woman.
A Russian.
Were there many Russians in
Russian, because that she's getting these words. My friend Marcia is getting these words from a device that's showing her the words. So, good catch, Sly. But yeah, that was right. Russian, which is weird. It's a random word generator. So sometimes it'll say things that make sense. Other times, not so much. Matter of fact, I want to go back and just change a few things here. Oops. Ooh, pardon me. Voices. Look, please, when, what, time. Time would be when I can just make lowercase. Okay, time, what, when. Please, look. Supposed to look out. Woman. Okay.
Russians in
Woman.
A Russian
woman? Okay. You know, earlier when I was up here, out in this area, I definitely felt.
Where?
Okay.
Okay.
Definitely felt. Here, out in this area, I definitely felt.
Where?
Good evening, Randy. How are you tonight? Even though you don't see it, can I turn your camera back on, baby?
I'm getting some good stuff.
Definitely not one for online college assignments. No. This is better for. So if anyone, no one has ever asked me why I chose the 1942 font. It's called 1942 Report. That's the name of this font, 1942 Report. And if anybody is curious, the reason I chose it was it reminded me of the X-Files, and that was good enough for me. So I went with, and also since it would look like it came from an old computer or an old typewriter, I thought, well, old spirits, old typewriter, that seems to track. So that
Here, out in this area, I definitely felt.
Where?
Okay, I'll admit I was near the women's room, but I.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. No, trust me, we know all about the Zoomies.
Definitely felt the energy.
Okay, now the chatter you hear behind me and behind Phil, that's coming from outside. That's just Richmond nightlife right there.
Of a young lady, maybe in her 20s.
Well, and when I had gone to the restroom just a little bit ago, there was a clicking, like a metallic kind of a ticking noise, and I was the only one in there. So I don't know where it
Alert.
Now, one thing I will say, which was, oops, no, there we go. Which for me, that was the only thing that was happening for me in this moment, in this particular moment, was I noticed that I was convinced. I was kind of like zoning out between. I was focusing on the candle, but I was also focusing on my reflection in the mirror and the infinity effect I was getting. And I was convinced that I saw people moving on either side of me. And as you can see, nobody's moving. So that was an interesting effect. But that was more like, I think that was more like my brain just trying to fill in the blanks with what was going on. Oh no, this was just a straight up. I looked up. So the fonts that really stand out for paranormal investigators are anything that is sans serif or block style fonts. This one, it still stands out, but it's still easy to read, and but it's very stylistic. Some people were using horror fonts or heavy metal style fonts for a while. Like I know Paranormal Quest used one called Chiller. That's a very popular one with paranormal investigators. But this one, no, I came across it. I can't even remember how I found it, but it was like I was looking for something. I was looking for something old fashioned, but not like calligraphy. And the image of a typewriter and the whole thing with the X-Files popped into my head. And then when I found the 1942 report, I was like, oh, this is perfect. This is perfect. And that's what I went with. So alert.
I did kind of try to let folks know there's a clicking. Is that you? Was that you making that clicking noise in the bathroom?
Okay, buddy. It's still easy.
Miss Russian lady?
What is your name? If you don't mind sharing that.
It says military.
When you say you're getting the good stuff, hon, could you elaborate on that?
Sorry?
When you say you're getting the good stuff, hon, could you elaborate on
I found
that?
a bit where I think I can hear at least 3 EVPs.
Really?
One, that breath. There's a bit here where Tina says she saw a flash of light, but I can't see anything on the camera.
Right.
But we've had that happen before.
We have had that happen before.
If you don't mind sharing that.
It says military. Interesting.
All right.
Oh yeah, I imagine there were tons of folks who came to movies here before they went off to World War II.
That's right.
Or the Korean War, or the Vietnam War.
Hey, Mom. Okay.
Or the Vietnam War.
Hey, Mom.
Did it say that, or is that you saying that?
I think that's what it said. You see your mom
Hey.
here? You see
Okay.
In that?
I think that's what it said. You see your mom
Hey.
here?
It sounds like a different voice though, hey, as
It
opposed
does.
to please.
Is your mom
Ohio.
Ohio?
Ohio?
Is your mom
Ohio. Not sure why I would say Ohio in that moment, but okay.
Did it say that, or is that you saying that?
I think that's what it said. You see your mom
Hey.
here?
It sounds like a different voice though, hey, as
It
opposed
does.
to please.
Is your mom
Ohio.
Ohio?
Ohio?
Is that where you're going next?
Battles.
Battles. Is that where you're going next?
Yeah, it wasn't Ohio. It was more like Hi-O.
It does.
To please.
Is your mom
Ohio.
Ohio?
Ohio?
That wasn't Ohio.
Is that where you're going next?
Battles.
Battles.
Okay, I just got,
Yeah.
okay.
Are we still speaking?
Anna.
I need to have a listen to something. It's very strange.
Okay, hold on.
Are we still speaking?
Anna.
And then first name of the night, Anna. Okay. Okay. Let's save this. Oh, don't. Oh, wait. Whoops. Let's all save.
Follow our Lord and Savior Jesus
Yep.
Christ who saves.
Ah.
Save and save often.
Save and save often. Okay. Be right back, everybody. I gotta go listen to something with the wife. All right.
So we're downstairs.
Downstairs.
There's a lot of stuff happening downstairs. And Tina says popsicle stick.
Okay.
There's-
Don't tell me too much.
And then here,
Just tell me what the cue is. The cue is popsicle sticks.
popsicle stick.
All right. Play it. Wait. Whoa. Back it up. It was like
Yeah.
It was really fast. It was really rapid. Okay. Taylor. I hear this. Taylor.
Huh. We didn't have any
Do it
tape.
one more time. Okay. Hit it. Somebody shouts out the name Taylor.
Yeah, but the interesting thing is, and I've got it on record, we have the doors shut. Those big brass doors
Yeah.
are shut. So I don't know what.
I don't know what that first part was, but I definitely hear somebody say Taylor.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, there's nobody else in there.
I know there's not
The
anybody
door's
else in
shut.
there. Wow.
It was an odd,
That was a
very loud.
yeah. It was super loud. You heard it, but apparently
Weirdly,
Tina did not.
Hear it.
No.
So
Wow. Well, not bad. Okay.
Did it say that, or is that you saying that?
I think that's what it said. You see your mom
Hey.
here?
It sounds like a different voice though, hey, as
It does.
opposed to please.
Is your mom
Ohio.
Ohio?
Ohio?
Is that where you're going next?
Battles.
Battles.
Okay, I just got,
Yeah.
okay.
Are we still speaking?
Anna.
Anna.
Anna, is that our Russian lady friend?
Anna is.
I fear you.
I fear you. See. Okay. My wife is getting some interesting stuff over there, I will say. I fear you.
You have no reason to be afraid of us.
Yeah, we are not.
We're just here asking.
Whoa.
No reason to be afraid of us.
Yeah, we are not.
We're just here asking some questions.
Yeah,
We're so
don't.
non-threatening. Anna, is that our Russian lady friend?
Anna is.
I fear you.
You have no reason to be afraid of us.
Yeah, we are not.
We're just here asking some questions.
Yeah,
We're so
don't.
non-threatening.
You're not.
We're not gonna tell you you have to leave or anything like that.
There's juice.
Or anything like that.
There's That's a great question, Randy. And thank you for asking. No, that's a great point of discussion. There's juice. So the process of what we're doing here, I guess you got to start at the very beginning of it. The very beginning being that what we're trying to do is we're trying to open ourselves up to communication. We're trying to allow whatever is there, whatever is occupying a space, giving them some type of way or means of communication. And we're actually going to be introducing in season 3 a series. It's almost like a spinoff of the 5 Minute Paranormal, but it's actually going to be under the 5 Minute Paranormal moniker. But it's basically called Paranormal Terms 101. And then we're going to have Paranormal Terms 201. And we're basically going to go over some of the language that you hear and some of the concepts that you get introduced when you start watching paranormal shows. And the spirit box, what we're doing here, but basically the spirit box, the Ovilus, Ghost Tube, and even to some extent, well, not necessarily automatic writing, but I'll throw that in here. It's all a type of communication that goes under the header ITC, and that's what the spirit box is. It's an ITC device, and what happens is that with the spirit box, you hear the because what's happening is that it's seeking. It's basically the same technology as radio state as a radio would search an FM band or an AM band. It's basically going through all the different frequencies, and if it finds something, it locks onto it and stays onto it. But with the spirit box, what it does is that just keeps cycling through. And the idea is that a spirit will take its energy, it'll go in, and when it finds an appropriate thing to lock in on, the spirit box will lock on to that, and and if I'm listening to it, I will repeat what it's saying. Okay, and the person in the headphones, they can't hear what's being said outside. It's got to be loud enough where you cannot hear the outside voices, okay? And when you ask the questions, you should in turn, respond, say, hey, this is what I'm, or just say, I'm hearing this. Now, even though I'm saying things like, I fear you, Anna, battles, that's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing. I hear the spirit box. No one outside of me hears the spirit box. Now, there are spirit boxes that can be used as they have the ability to record their sessions. I know that Paranormal Quest on YouTube, they tend to do that. They take their sessions, record them, and then play them back in sync with everything that's happening in their video. And I asked Phil if he wanted to do that. He said no. I'd rather just go on ahead and just have it be the way we're doing it. So what happens is that when I read off, or when I say this is, when I say something, this is what I'm hearing. And I don't hear, I hear the spirit box, but everybody outside is just asking questions. And you'll see that it's extremely compelling what is going on during a spirit box session when someone really is in tune with it. Now, what we're doing is a variation on a theme. We're attempting something called scrying. Scrying is where you get into that whole mirror effect where you have the infinity effect of two mirrors back to back, and there should be a light source or a candle, and you stare at the candle, and it's supposed to help you get into a transcendental state. The transcendental state helps you open up a little bit, and the spirit box the whole thing between the connection between you and the spirit box and everything should be stronger. So that's a flavor. That's a flavor of working with the spirit box. And the Estes method was just a different way of handling the spirit box. At some points, in some cases, the spirit box was just used by itself. You'd have it open air, and you'd ask questions, and then something would come through. The Estes method was the next level, and that was where you kind of isolated yourself, where all you heard was the spirit box, and someone else outside asked you questions. And if you heard anything on the spirit box, you basically repeated it. The only time you break that concentration is if you feel like something brush against you or something like that. Then there's scrying, and scrying is a different level of that. And again, some people do it with a spirit box, some people do it without. And then there's the thing I've been recently getting into, and I'm finding out very quickly, this is kind of my jam, and it's automatic writing. Now, automatic writing has been most of the time associated with psychics. And and the first time we have done it in an episode of Old Spirits was our most recent holiday special. We have done it on live investigations before, but in an episode of Old Spirits, it didn't show up until most recently in this particular holiday special, where Pip and I went on ahead and we said, yeah, let's go on ahead and let's get this in the special. And it was also a really good special. Speaking of Pip, there she is. So what automatic writing is, and that is associated with that's an even higher level. It's associated with psychics, because I've seen psychics where they will have conversations, but they're just writing down at the same time they're talking. They're writing down whatever vibe they're getting, right? And what I do is I basically turn the spirit box on, but I don't have it cycle through anything. I just have it on straight up static. So we just go, so I'm just listening to white noise, static. And I'm blindfolded. And that's the difference between scrying and the Estes method. The Estes method, you're blindfolded. Scrying, you're not blindfolded, but you're kind of focusing on a point of light or a candle, and you're kind of getting into that that mindset. But automatic writing, I'm blindfolded, I'm listening to static, and I have a pen and a piece of paper. The idea is that you are kind of allowing yourself with the white noise and the blindfold. You're taking out the sensory. You don't hear, you don't see anything. And somebody in the case of the recent Christmas special, Pip was asking questions, and I would not hear the questions, but I would just go on ahead and start writing whatever came to mind. And while I don't consider myself a psychic, I do consider myself a writer. So I just go on ahead and I just write down whatever comes to my mind. And it's no different than the way that I write. And I will say one of the most compelling things that we had happen during during our first time ever revealing automatic writing, Pip was sitting across from me, so she could read the answers. And I was unaware that she got up and walked around. I was completely unaware that she got up and walked around. And I felt this urge to write down, sit down, please. And it was after she got up and walked around that, are you guys good? You guys good? Okay, just making sure. So when we got up and walked, and when she walked around, the moment she got up and moved, I wrote down, sit down, please, which I thought was pretty interesting. And what I was doing then, the way I was transcribing it, I could transcribe it before Pip could, because I can actually look at the answers and know that, oh, at this point I was writing this, because I remembered that. So these are all the different processes of ways to allow yourself as a more or less as a ghost hunting device, you know, as a paranormal device. You're opening yourself up, but the danger, not the danger. That sounds very Zach Baggins. Let me try that again. The concern, the risk that you take is that you're opening yourself up to this sort of thing. And when you open yourself up to something that you may not fully understand, you may not fully comprehend, that's a risk. Which is why you hear us often say, okay, we're wrapping up for the night, but you've got to stay here. You've got to stay here. That's one of the things we do. The other thing we do is we cleanse ourselves. We have Palo Alto wood. We have that's our go-to. Since Tina's Colombian, she gets all the good Palo Alto wood, and she just goes on ahead and she just kind of cleanses us here. Cat's listening to the story as compared to me with the dogs. That's fine. Yeah. And we talk about that on one of our early 5-minute paranormals from season 1 with Jada Adams. You can see that, and she goes into incredible detail on not just why it's important to cleanse yourself, but it's also just good for your mental health as well. And it's one of the things that we promote and we talk about a lot on this channel. Okay, so let's get back to this. Let's see where we are.
You should see how much the tracker is going off.
Oh, really?
It's insane. Yeah, it's.
Yeah, we are not.
We're just here asking some questions.
Yeah.
We are so non-threatening.
You're not.
And switch from IR to.
We're not gonna tell you
Oh,
you have
sorry.
to leave or anything like that.
There's
Don't-
juice.
Is that the little girl?
Oh, Elizabeth, is that you?
Jesus.
Is that you?
I'm gonna assume when I responded with Jesus, that was not that was not the little girl. Okay. Yeah.
Like that?
There's
Don't-
juice.
Is that the little girl?
Oh, Elizabeth, is that you?
Jesus.
I don't know that it's him.
That sounds like a frustrated Jesus. Do
This-
you want us to stop asking so many questions?
This says rise.
Let's see.
Nope.
Let's see. To stop asking so many questions?
This says rise.
Oh,
You got to rise up.
Me.
you.
Me.
You. Is there anything we can do to help you?
Do you have questions for us, maybe? I'm trying to.
Dwight.
Dwight?
Dwight?
I'm trying to.
Dwight.
I'm trying to.
What was that noise?
Pip's having a ball over there, it sounds like. And unfortunately, I had to deafen her channel, mainly because her audio is bleeding into my headphones, and it sounded like EVPs for a moment, and I was like, oh, wait a second, that's just Pip.
What are you
Trying
this
to-
one?
Dwight.
That's another weird one.
Dwight?
Dwight? I was watching The Office today.
I knew that was coming. That was my thought too. Or could it be Dwight Eisenhower?
So this is one of the interesting things, though. We're getting a lot of stuff about battles, World War II references, Dwight, Russian. And if I remember correctly, I don't know when or where we found this out. I think Pip found this out. But the Byrd Theater was a place where World War II troops were processed in Richmond before they went to Virginia Beach, and of course they shipped out. So, didn't you find out, Pip? Didn't you find out something about how Byrd Theater was used in World War II or during World War II for processing of some of soldiers or something like that, or was a throughway for some soldiers? Oh, okay. I thought you did for some reason. Okay. We'll have to look at it.
Here's another weird noise.
Hold on.
Well, one, see all these red lines there?
Yeah.
That's the
That's
the motion tracker. That's the footstep tracker. Okay, you hear me talk about that's my knees cracking.
that's-
You got those nun knees.
Now, is that audio or is that just? Do you actually get video of that?
Oh, we've got video of it. Yes.
Okay, interesting. Okay.
But listen for a noise after I say about my my knees. You got
All right.
those young.
So what am I
feet.
listening? So what's the cue I'm listening for?
Running around.
Just running around.
That's
Okay.
what I say
All right.
something
All right.
about my knees and then running around.
After you said running, and you went ooh, and it was like a little
Yeah.
like a kid's voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
And you should see the.
Now you should mark those differently from
Well, yes, all of these.
the green.
It's one of them. It actually we say please jump up and down, and it goes boom, brrr, boom, brrr, twice.
So what Pip is talking about, and this is going to probably make it for it's probably going to be the majority of the episode, because there was a very, very intense Estes method. I've seen it from Pip's POV, but I need to go back and clean it up, make sure it looks really good and everything like that. Get it ready. This is another part of the investigation, of course, but they had a really interesting Estes method where Pip heard was repeating what she was hearing from the spirit box, and it was it apparently was a little girl, and one of the reported spirits that haunts the Byrd is a little girl. And it's interesting. It's really interesting. Well, and the stuff that the segment that Pip is or the thing that Pip is telling me about now, she's basically saying that they're getting.
Yeah.
I just heard the voice of a child just a moment ago.
Yeah. But just before that,
Right.
we'd said, "Can you give us a big light show? Give us something," and it went brum brum.
Now,
Straight
what
off
she's
the
talking
bat.
about with the brrr, brrr, what she's talking about is that there is a device that you guys have.
Well, a Phil.
It's
one of
Phil's.
Phil's device. It's a Tina calls it the lollipop.
Yeah.
Or
Or the popsicle stick.
Popsicle stick, yeah, it's a popsicle stick, but it measures vibration.
So basically, it's a geophone.
It's a geophone, but it runs from a white light at the bottom through green, yellow, and then red is the top.
Right.
So it's about a 5-inch long stick, and it's going all the way up to red at certain points.
Yeah.
But the fascinating bit to me is that Tina and I are going, "Oh, could you show us a light show?" And it's
Right.
like, brum, brum, and then we hear the
Okay. And the voices that you're hearing, that's not an echo in the audio. That's Pip checking her audio. I think Pip is going deaf. So anyway, just a side note. All right, let me continue on with this.
Did you see newsreels before your films? Especially if it was World War II films, you would have had like in Captain America, you know.
Yeah.
But they would have had the newsreels.
We have. Oh no, that's interesting. We have. Oop. And that's when it gets compelling. You know, when we just have all of that discussion and then I suddenly say, we have.
Especially if it was World War II films, you would have had, like in Captain America, you know.
Yeah.
But they would have had the newsreels.
We have.
Okay.
Okay.
When do you ship out?
Marsha's expression is priceless. That's great.
That would be.
Yeah.
There's some stuff going on there. There's a bit where Tina goes, "Did Mr. Coulter tell you to not run up and down the aisles?" Ghost Tube, which has been silent pretty much the entire time, goes,
Right.
"Chased."
See, that's when ITC communication devices are really compelling.
Yeah.
Because then the random words seem very focused and very. It's something we talk about quite a bit when we get into.
Why do you seem so scared? Please come and play with me. I'm so sorry.
I thought I disabled blurb. Yeah. Well, you know what? Fair enough. Just try not to do that when I'm like, you know, more focused on getting EVPs or something like that. Well, the funny thing is, Sly, it was a video game that got me into this. Yeah, not disabled. I'll have to fix that. But thank you, Jason. That's the thing. It was playing Phasmophobia that got me into this. And I got to tell you something. Phasmo is very close to the real thing. The only difference is that, you know, things aren't trying to rip your face off or anything like that. And also, you know, the responses are not, you know, like when you hear, well, first off, one, ghost orbs are a very popular thing that you see in a lot of video games. Demonologist has them. Phasmo has them. Quite honestly, they are very tough to prove that they're not insects or they're not dust. And that's the thing. Things are trying to rip your head off that you know of. Well, it depends on the location, Randy. I would say there might be some things at Crescent SCI and possibly St. Albans that, yes, would want to rip my head off. But as far as like Linville Manor, the Jenny Wade House, Balladary Inn, probably not. I saw you weren't actually going through the video at the moment. I know, Jason. You're good to this channel. You're good to this channel, always have been. So
Yeah.
Well, no, that's the thing about Phasmo. Now, and this is what I mean by it being actually quite accurate. What you'll notice about Phasmo and Demonologist this is where I think Demonologist may be a better video game, but Phasmo is a more realistic experience. And let me explain why. Demonologist is like Phasmo if Phasmo was a horror movie, right? That plane wreck, yeah. Well, that too, Randy. Yeah, that too. Let's okay. Demonologist is more like a horror movie version of Phasmo. Phasmo, with the exception of spirits trying to rip your face off, Phasmo is very much. I mean, when you think about Phasmo, think about what doesn't happen, right? You're moving through the house, nothing's going on, and then suddenly you hear that creak. And then you hear the creak again, right? and you're going through the house, and there's that heavy silence with that little rumble, that little ambient noise of rumble, right? And then you start trying to find evidence, right? You start working with the spirit box, and you get really weird things coming out of the spirit box. And then when the ghost finally does show itself or does appear, everybody loses their mind, right? That's pretty much paranormal investigation. You've got all this time, all this footage that you're working through where nothing is happening. And then, as you've seen with Pip over here, then you start to find some juicy bits. And suddenly every hair on your body is just up. And you are like, hang on a minute. And if you ever come in for one of the beginnings of this stream, not this particular stream, but if you come into the beginning of one of my streams on Twitch, or when I happen to be playing Ghostbusters and we're streaming that on YouTube as well, one of the things that you'll notice is that we've got this one clip, and if it's not in the hype reel, it's in the best of reel that I play when I do a BRB, and that is where I'm listening to some audio, and then I stop and I go, what was that? And I back up and I listen to it again, and then I slow it down. And what happened was that we found at the Jenny Wade house this very intense whisper of someone saying, turn around. And suddenly, everyone is alert, There was a time when we were streaming live. We were streaming live from Gettysburg. We were in the basement of the Jenny Wade house, and Pip is asking questions. This is in the countdown reel, and Pip says, "So Jack, we are aware that you fought for you were aware that Wesley fought for Virginia, fought against his own people of Gettysburg. That must have been." And before she could finish the thought, there was a whisper. There was a whisper of someone saying, "I hate him." And not only did Phil hear it, people in chat heard it. And then Spence, Resident Moon, she isolated it, and they isolated it, and it was there. And that was one of 3 times that we caught a disembodied voice on stream. And so, yeah, Phasmo is actually one of the more realistic games because it really does give you that experience. It is, as I've said it before, and I'll say it again, I'll say it often, paranormal investigation is a little bit like fishing. You go out there for 2 hours, and you have 1 hour and 55 minutes of absolutely nothing happening. And it is still, and it is quiet. And then when you catch a bite, it's 5 minutes of pure mayhem, And so, so yeah. Between the two, Demonologist is the furthest from the truth. I will say that. It is the furthest from the truth. Okay.
Yeah.
Demonstration.
Okay. You may not be able to find those clips, but one of the places you'll be able to see some of those clips, you'll be able to see if you find in season 2, Couples Weekend Part 2, when we go to the Jenny Wade house in season 2, that one has one of the disembodied voices. Linville Manor has a disembodied voice clip as well. And the other one that was the big one was also in the Linville Manor, and it was it was the second part of our visit to Linville Manor. And while we were filming the episode, we caught a disembodied voice live when we were filming, and it was the craziest thing. It was the absolute craziest thing, and it was while we were filming the episode, not the investigation. Just filming the episode and the evidence reveal with the host of Linville Manor, Win Brewer. Crazy. That place is gold, man. That place is gold. Oop. All right.
Yeah.
What was that? Oh,
Yeah.
that was yeah, that was
Demonstration.
that was Marsha.
Are you doing some kind of a demonstration before you ship out in Ohio? Are there any military bases in Ohio?
I'm sure.
You bet.
Ah. Yeah, the closest we've gotten to a best of reel. We still don't have enough. We don't really have enough material to do a lot of compilation videos. We did our first compilation video just before the holidays, and it was more of like a shopper's guide for paranormal investigators. Like, hey, if you're looking for some gifts for a paranormal investigator in your life, we recommend these. And it was It was our first ever compilation reel. But as far as compilation reels for best of clips, closest we have is if you take a look at our. It's actually if you go to the OSI channel, and it's 2 terrifying years. It's a quick little one-shot retrospective episode where we talk about our top 3 haunts. And then there was when we hit 1,000 viewers, and I believe when we did 1,000 viewers, we also did a special, hey, what was your favorite moment? What was this? What was that? And so we had that as well. Another way you can find us. So anyway.
You bet.
You bet.
I was just thinking Illinois, but that would be.
With it.
Is there anything we can do for you?
Did I say whip it or whip
You
it?
bet.
You bet.
I was just thinking Illinois, but that would be.
With it.
With it.
I was just thinking Illinois, but that would be.
With it.
Is there anything we can do for you?
How is it still this loud on Cary Street on Friday night? Is it like all these restaurants out here? Is it?
I guess. Yeah, people are.
I thought they rolled up the sidewalks.
Scared.
I'm about to turn off the camera,
Yeah.
and the spirit box, the ghost tube goes, do you want to play?
Oh dear.
Your mum had just said, sounded like you were talking to a child. Do you want to play? I just about
So mom was with you guys?
yes.
Oh, that's
I
cool.
thought they rolled
That's
up
cool.
the sidewalks.
Scared.
No, don't be scared. Are you scared of the noise?
Steve.
You're scared of Steve?
Excuse me.
Are you scared of the noise?
Steve.
You're scared of Steve?
Who's Steve?
Does Steve work here?
Yeah.
Is Steve your boss?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is Steve your boss?
Doubt.
So just a coworker?
All right, so he says yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Is Steve your boss?
Doubt.
What's that?
Bass just wanted him to tell us that it's late.
Mm. All right.
Okay, it's
Yeah.
Is Steve
Yeah, that would have been good. That would have been good. That would have that would have rocked us to the core, to say the least.
Yeah.
Is Steve your boss?
Doubt.
Doubt, not doubtful, just plain old doubt. Okay.
So just a coworker?
Very.
You have to.
Very. Okay. And then I say you have to.
A coworker?
Very.
You have.
Hey, buddy. I see you looking at me. Gerald. Oh, hang on. Oh, wait. Is it not working? Why is this not working? Hold on. Oh, oh.
Dad, it's late. Oh, I think about going to bed. I mean, I probably won't snuggle with you, but it's getting late. I love you, Dad. That's, wow. Can I not get the, hang on.
Okay.
Mic check 1, 2, yeah. Now the voice modulator is off. Yeah. Hey, Pip. Let's see if this works. Hey, Pip. Baby. How's it going over there?
Yeah.
How's it going over there?
Well, it's interesting. So the first lower theatre one was just us women down there, right?
Right.
And there was a lot of activity, right?
Right.
Then we go to the bathroom, we do
Didn't
the
work
Esther
as well as I
session. We come back, and the second recording we have is where Phil's there. And what happens? Nothing.
Oh, interesting. Interesting.
Nothing goes off.
Okay.
I'm going to listen and see if I can hear any
Yeah,
voices,
right.
but I remember that it was very
Steve, your
quiet. As soon
boss?
as- Phil got offended. Phil was like,
Yeah.
what? Why?
coworker?
But what? For what?
Very.
You have to.
Have to what?
Does Steve tell you what you have to do?
Son.
All right. So it's interesting is that if that I'm not sure if that's
Son.
I'm not sure if that's Sun S-U-N or Sun S-O-N. I'm gonna say it's Sun S-O-N.
Son. Steve.
And then Steve again. See, the truth is, chat. I don't feel like these types of approaches, scrying Estes method. It's not my jam. It's not my jam. But the auto writing, apparently, according to Pip and Phil and everybody that's seen me do it, they're like, that's your thing. So they,
Son,
take it that what you will.
Steve.
I just heard a noise in the bathroom.
All right, hang on.
Hit Steve again.
Son, Steve.
I just heard a noise in the bathroom.
Yeah, but that could be the pipes. This is a very old theater. That wouldn't surprise me if it was the pipes.
Just hit Steve again. Anna? Are you hiding back here? Perhaps you can put me on this?
Time.
Perhaps you can put me on this?
Hello.
Hey, big boy. Take care there, Sly. Thanks for popping in. Hope you enjoyed it.
Time.
There's that word again.
Worse.
There's that
Time.
word again.
Worse.
Worse. Okay.
Do you only have a certain amount of time to be here?
Pray.
Is that Bass that did that? Okay.
Pray.
Oh,
It's not a bad thing to do.
Look who's sitting there.
yeah, I know. I think he knocked something over, too.
You found a spot.
I did find his. Oh, Vi is down here. Shit. Vi is down here, everybody. Shit.
Did you work here? Are you just killing time until,
Well,
until you get to leave? Are you just killing time until...
well,
The Paratech's about to go off, too. Oh, shoot.
Until you get to leave?
Yeah, we're starting to feel. You haven't checked, but you kind of know already. You kind of know. All right. I think this is pre-midnight. Buck. Interesting. Buck. All right.
Buck.
Oh.
Just
Not back. Buck. And not a capital B for Buck Rogers, but just plain old Buck.
Buck. Just trying to make a buck.
Krypton.
Krypton. I forgot about that. Krypton. And that was where I felt like
Just trying to make a buck.
that was where I felt like I got pulled out of it. I was like, why did I just say Krypton? And weird thing to say. Yeah, Krypton. That's one of the weirdest things I think I've ever said in one of these kind of sessions.
Buck. Just trying to make a buck.
Krypton.
Oh my God, the Toilet rating with a party of 28. How about that? Welcome on in, everybody. Welcome on in. The rolls are here. Thanks, everybody. Thank you. Thanks for being here. What is up, everybody? What is up? How are you? And normally I would be doing like you would meet Twitch Dad, but right now I am in paranormal investigation mode. So, I have to make sure that I'm focused and everything. So I'm not doing my usual Twitch Dad greetings, but I am saying, hi, how are you? My name is T. That right over there is my wife, Pip. And what we do here, apart from occasionally play Destiny, apart from occasionally play a spooky game, apart from occasionally play Ghost Hunters, Ghostbusters, Spirits Unleashed, we do paranormal investigation. And I am one of the 2 founding members of a group called OSI, or Old Spirits Investigations. And, oh, look at this. Look at this. And Boo the Ghost coming in with a resub at 34 months. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you. Actually, everybody from the Toilet Roll and the Toilet Raid, Boo the Little Ghost, she's been ghost hunting with me in the past. But one of the things that we do with ghost hunting, we not only do paranormal investigations live on stream, but we also do evidence review live on stream, and that's what you're seeing here. So the Toilet, thank you very much for that raid. It's very kind of you and very gracious of you to share your community with me. I really do appreciate it. And for anybody that's new to the stream, if you got any questions about paranormal investigation, about what we do, about what you're seeing me review on the screen, about the location, please don't hesitate, ask away, because I want to show all sides of paranormal investigation. It is not dude bros in the dark with their goatees and their Under Armour shirts screaming demon. That's not what we do. Okay, we're actually trying to find out the history. We're trying to find out the lives that these people lived, and this is what we do. So if you got any questions for me, by all, don't be shy. Go ahead and ask. Toily, I gotta ask, what did you get up to? What did you get up to on your stream while I drop in a shout out to you? There you go. And I'll do the old school. Do you work in the Estes method? Well, guess what, Joy? Guess what, Joy? You're about to see some of that. We just finished my first attempt at scrying. And the way we were doing it is we were actually doing just part of that. I had the headphones on. I was listening to the Spirit Box, but instead of wearing a blindfold, I had an electronic candle. As you can see, I'm placed between 2 mirrors here, and I was going on ahead and I was trying out scrying for the first time. It was interesting. Not necessarily my thing, but it was an interesting experience. Now we're about to do an Estes method. I don't know how much more we got in the tank, but because we just got rated, I gotta go a little bit longer. I know that's what she said, but we got to go a bit longer. So I think that's what I'm going to do tonight. And thank you all very much. But yes, we do the Estes method. We also do automatic writing. We have a variety of different gadgets that we employ. So yeah, the Toilet just said that you saw a 1977 movie about money and rapped about dinosaurs. All right, that works. I could do that. And I even promoted a veterinary hospital where your pets get treated, got super cheap. Okay, not a bad thing too, because right now we're making a budget for pets. At a recent investigation, this was August of last year. And for anybody who comes back to the stream, you'll actually see this in the hype reel that counts down to the beginning of the stream. Yeah, we were at the old hospital on College Hill, and at our Airbnb, there was this beautiful tortoiseshell cat that we figured out very quickly, we being me and Pip, we figured out that she had been abandoned. She was clean. She didn't have any weird things in her ears. She seemed and looked very healthy. In fact, she looked a little too healthy. In fact, she looked like she was bulging in certain places. And we took her to our vet. We basically performed an extraction, brought her home. She wasn't chipped. It was clear she was abandoned. She was hungry. She was a little underweight. And she was extremely underweight because she was pregnant. And in one night, we went from having 4 cats in the house to having 9 cats in the house. Yeah, so we found homes for 2 of them, but we decided to hang on to 2 of the brothers. We've named them Hudson and Hicks. There's a ginger that is we named that ginger Dorito, which is going with my daughter in a couple of years to their own place. And then let me tell you something, Joy. It was an experience. It was an experience. I've never raised kittens from birth. So it was pretty cool. Then, of course, there's the mom. There's the Tortie. And she's an absolute delight. And, of course, because we found her on a paranormal investigation, we named her Evie. Her full name is Evie P. So there you go. And the good news is our vet is so in love with the entire litter that they're giving us a discount because, we got to get Evie fixed. She's kind of hitting on one of the cats right now. And he's like, look, I got no bitch. Or actually, he's a big one. He's a 20-pounder. So, he's more like,
I got no bitch. I got no bitch. Come on, man. I got no bitch. So,
yeah, that's what he sounds like in my head anyway. Thank you for the follow, Joy. I appreciate that. Thank you for that. And Random, thank you for the 1,100 bits. Good God, 1,100 bits. Wow, thank you for that, Random. I do appreciate that. So let's see what we're heading to next. I think this is my okay, I'm coming out of it debrief, and then we get into Phil's Estes method, and his Estes was pretty rocking and rolling. But then again, Phil's Estes sessions are always I have envy. He kills it on the EVP. Excuse me, I said it again. Estes methods. All right, so let's get back to this.
Buck. Just trying to make a buck.
Krypton.
Now, why I said Krypton, I have no idea. And you can see my head just kind of, and then I just said, that just pulled me out of it.
That last one took me right out of it.
What?
I heard it say Krypton.
Krypton?
Krypton, like the element or like the planet that Superman came from.
Okay. Well, the last thing that this said was buck. So it was like, are you trying to make a buck? And then...
Oh man. Looking in the mirrors,
it's hard.
It's hard.
Mm-hmm.
And well, the weird thing was, at one point, did you shake your arm?
No.
No, I don't think so.
Because I swore I saw you do this.
No.
I
She
don't
didn't.
know.
You were moving it.
It was like it was surreal. I felt like that the reflections were actually.
I did kind of. I did like rub
Maybe
my
that
arms
was
a
it.
bit.
Maybe that's what I saw.
Because I
But
got.
I saw you.
you-
I saw you go up in the air with your arms.
I don't.
Wait,
I don't
how
think
do
I
you?
did.
Oh, because you could see her in that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Science.
think I don't remember
Science.
doing that.
Whew. Oh, that was wild. Was that making any sense?
I mean, at one point, I feel like you were
Sort of.
talking to a soldier who was getting ready to ship out.
Including.
Okay.
Maybe a Russian
Yeah,
woman by
it-
the name of Anna.
Let me get that paratech hit in there just to make sure I've got it. But thanks again, Random. Thank you for that. I appreciate that 1,100 bits. It was very kind of you. Very kind of you.
Okay.
Maybe a Russian
Yeah,
woman by
it-
the name of Anna.
Yeah, I remember saying Anna.
I heard where you got scared by your mum.
Yeah.
Was that making any sense?
I mean, at one point, I feel like you were
Sort of.
talking to a soldier. Talking to a soldier.
You notice that we're also doing a lot of yawning, everybody.
Sorry?
Guess what? No, I'm saying this. I was just going to say that, yeah, the yawning it happens. It happens. We are up late, and we
Way
are
past our
exhausted.
bedtime.
No, I'm talking about. I'm talking about.
I mean, at one point, I feel
on
like
the
you were
video,
talking to a soldier who was getting ready to ship out.
including. That's what Paratech said. Including. Okay.
Soldier who was getting ready to ship out.
Including.
Okay.
Maybe a Russian
Yeah,
woman by
it's
the name of Anna.
Yeah, I remember saying Anna. It's just, wow.
And then I had Russian on this, so that's where we got, and then we got military and.
I'll do it straight up, Estes.
You,
Without looking in the mirror.
you said,
Did you bring a blindfold?
Yes.
Oh.
All right.
Is it up here?
Yes, it is.
All right.
Yes, it is. I mean, you can sit in front of the mirror, but I mean, it's just.
I'll just put the blindfold
Just
on.
put the blindfold
Tell
on.
my wife that I didn't look at the mirror.
Well, we did.
I didn't. I looked at the mirror, Ray.
Looked into the trap, Ray.
It's been a little while since I've done one of these.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know that I've ever really done an Estes.
Would you like to try it tonight? You're
Sure.
more than welcome to.
Tonight, tonight.
Sadly, we never got
What
around to
time are
that.
we at?
Never got around to that.
12:47.
47.
Wow. It
So,
felt like
yeah.
only half an hour.
Yeah.
Mom told me it was
Yeah.
a button before.
Oh, and at one point you said, "Hey, Mom."
Yeah.
And I was like,
I remember saying, hey, Mom.
So
I
at
didn't
this
know if,
point,
I
it
didn't
is
know if
quarter
well, and I was
said
like,
anything or
This
not.
point
I
is
was
quarter
like,
to midnight.
Is that
And if anybody's curious, we are in, if you're wondering where we are in the extremely delightful, lovely, and historic Byrd Theater in Richmond, Virginia, my hometown. And this place was built in 1928. It is on the state and national historic landmark registry, and it is a breathtaking place. When I have a random early morning shift at work, I usually am yawning for the first hour or two after arriving. Yeah, kind of hard not to, but that's where we're at, and that's what's happening here. Great place, the Byrd Theater, absolutely breathtaking. Anyway, just want to throw that in there. Okay.
you or is
So yeah,
No,
the
no,
Estes
that
method
was,
coming.
that was,
I'm going in.
all right.
cover me?
Cover me, Porkins. I'm right behind you,
You're
Red 3.
old. Get out.
Now you see how quickly he just dives right into it.
Right behind you,
You're
Red 3.
old.
What does he say?
I'm right behind you,
You're
Red 3.
old.
Right behind you,
You're
Red
old.
3.
Get out.
Right behind you,
You're
Red 3.
old.
You're bold. Yeah, and of course, we got to get out. We got to get out straight away. We got to get out.
Behind you,
You're
Red 3.
old.
And this is the thing. This is where I mean by when Phil jumps in with the Estes method, it's like he's like the ghost whisperer. He just kills it. And the stuff that he will say. I remember this particular Estes is probably his best, if not one of his best. Oh, and I know I've got a Paratech. I got a Paratech thing coming in as well. Now this is the first time I've seen this since the recording, so it should be fun. Okay.
All right.
Cover me.
Cover me, Porkins. I'm right behind you,
You're
Red 3.
old. Get out.
Wow.
Woman.
Dang.
Okay, and
What does that say?
This is not
It's
saying
insane.
anything.
it is insane. You're
'Cause
coming
you're
out of the
like-
box strong.
you're
How you
like-
doing tonight?
Oh, it says glove.
You're
'cause
coming
you're
out of the
like-
box strong. How you doing tonight?
Oh, it says glove.
Glove. Okay. So he says you're bold.
Get out.
Wow.
Woman.
Dang.
Get out, woman. He says get out, woman.
Behind you,
You're
Red 3.
old. Get out.
Wow.
Woman.
Dang.
Okay, and what does that say?
This is not
It's
saying
insane.
Okay, and then it's insane. Interesting. Okay, yeah. Joy, please feel free to join us anytime. And as far as a new investigation, we will keep you. Just come on by the channel, have a look, and we will be letting you know when our first episode will be going up. All right, take care, Jump for Joy.
Woman.
dang.
Okay, and what does that say?
This is not
It's
saying
insane.
Okay, and he says it's insane. Interesting.
Okay, and what does that say?
This is not
It's
saying
insane.
It is insane. You're coming out of the box strong.
you're
How are you
like-
doing tonight?
Oh, it says glove.
Glove.
How about
Presence.
presents?
Glove.
How about
Presence.
Now, I think it's presents as opposed to presents.
how about
Presence.
presents?
We are trying to make a presence tonight. Are you okay with us being here tonight?
Observing in.
Serving
Talk. Observing in.
in. Serving in.
Talk.
I was serving in talk. Interesting.
Observing in.
Serving in.
Wait, I was serving in or I was Serbian?
Observing in.
No, serving in.
Serving in.
Talk.
Yeah. Yeah, welcome to Estes Methods with Phil Rossi. It's high test. It's high test.
Serving in.
Talk.
We are. Well, my name is T. Would you like to tell my friend Phil here your name?
Here.
My friend Phil here your name?
Here.
Okay, well, that's good. That's a good start.
Hi there.
We must. Here.
Okay, well, that's good. That's a good start.
No, you see when when
As the evening goes on, we definitely get more and more slap
slap
happy.
happy. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Because there's a bit where Phil's down there and we're like trying to get the little ghost girl Beth to play hide
Right.
and seek.
Yeah.
And Phil's going, one. And Tina and I are like, go down there. Pull him I say, go down there, pull on his pants. And Tina goes down there and says, go down there and bite him.
Okay, well, that's good. That's a good
Because we
start.
got bite twice on the ghost tube.
Okay.
And Beth
Well,
said
that's
she
good.
was 4.
That's a good start.
So-
Okay.
Hi there.
Wait, is this a different kid from the one that you were talking to in the ladies'
No,
room?
no, it's the same one.
Beth? She was 4?
So apparently that's what came through on the Estes method.
Okay.
We must.
4-year-olds bite.
They can. Yeah. That's and that's you see that with a lot of with a lot of the different presentations and shows that are put on is that you try to put in these are the words that we hear, and the only time that we don't is when we pick up an EVP, we like to play the EVP first, then go back and replay it, and then we share what we think it
If we can
if
make
we
anything
can make
out.
it out. If we can't, we just say unintelligible. But we do pick up a sound. We pick up something a sound. Yeah, exactly. Now, at one time when we were doing clips, I was actually captioning everything. That was a chore. And when it comes to SD sessions, it I thought, okay, where is it best? Where do the captions best serve? When with the question and the answer, with just the answer. And I didn't want to necessarily make a rod for my own back, but yeah, looking back, I'm just like, I think just having the answers good enough, and then if we have a reference to the SD session, we go back, we play the clip again, boom, that kind of thing.
It's interesting the 2 sessions that Tina and I had. The first one was just pop, and there's I'm hearing whispers, things are going off, there's various things happening. The second session was just as long as the first one. They're about half an hour each, and the second one, some stuff went off occasionally.
Yeah, it is. That is truly compelling when you've got like just all this crazy action happening once, then you go back and then it's quiet. It's crickets. It's really interesting.
And actually, we say on there it's like they're tapped out because we had the first session, then we had the Esther session, and it's like,
and they've said, okay, you know what? We've said
I'm tired.
we said, but now we got snappy poo time.
Yeah, especially if you're a 4-year-old, it's late.
Here.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's a good start.
We do have the same amount of aisle camera footage.
What must you do?
Aisle.
I think they think the thing on his face is a glove.
It could be.
This gets a really good angle on the footstep tracker. I mean, it's basically on the footstep tracker the whole time. I wonder how long it is. This is just as long.
Okay.
I'm alive.
Oh, I forgot about that. I'm alive. Well, yeah, about that. About that. But for those of you that are new to the stream and just trying to figure out what we're doing and how we're doing it and all this stuff, one of the things we don't do is we do not provoke. We don't play the game where it's... I was watching this one recent... Jeez. This guy was an idiot. He was wearing a shirt. He was like being shot in this totally black room, side lit, so he's got like a lot of shadow in his face, and he was wearing an Under Armour shirt that said, in these big block letters, "Discipline equals freedom." And I mean, I just looked at, sleeve tats, finger tats, cap on backwards. And he was basically telling about this.
He was leaning into the Zach Baggins.
He was leaning into Zach Baggins. And I just said, you could have just been a little more blunt with your t-shirt and just said small penis syndrome. And it would have been just fine.
Could you just come over for a second? I can't manage to drag this across for some reason.
Hang on one second.
We must.
What must you do?
I think they think the thing on his face is a glove.
It could be.
I'm alive.
Are you?
Help.
Oof. Oh, that's a little heartbreaking.
Help.
Yeah. He says, "I'm alive," and then the next breath he says, "Help." Yeah, that's a little chilling. That's a little chilling.
Are you?
Help.
How can we help? What can we do to help you out?
Please squish me.
Oh dear. I forgot.
What can we do to help you out?
Please.
I totally forgot that. Please squish me. I was like,
What?
I think that's against terms of service. I think that's against terms
Did
of
the
service.
ghost ask you to be squished?
Yeah, he said, please squish me.
Who? What
No.
through? Estes?
I don't know, honey. It was what.
Look, dude, this is a movie theater. I
I
don't know
know.
what to... I don't think it's that kind of movie theater
That
either.
ghost, Jason just said in chat, damn, that ghost is thirsty. I'm going to give that an exclamation point. Please squish me.
Not for free.
No. That's for Patreons only.
Hey,
No,
ghost, join my
squish, not
Patreon.
swish. Squish, yeah.
What can we do
Please
to
join
help
my
you out?
Patreon, ghost.
Please squish me.
What if you're a ghost? Maybe you get squished on the regular.
Hang on. And I just went, let's see what Marcia says, if anything, about that.
Maybe after the session, I can give you I can give my buddy here a hug, but that's the only squishing I think we're going to be doing here.
Wait, what does he say? Doesn't say kill me, does he?
That's the only squishing I think we're going to be doing here. I think we're going to be doing here. I think we're going to be doing here.
No, that one, I don't know if that's kill me. I don't think that's kill me.
That's the only squishing I think we're going to be doing here. No, easy there. What
Oh, it was kill me.
squishing I think we're going to be doing?
Yeah. Yeah, it gets dark. It gets dark. Yeah, because Marcia, I think is doubling over, but then that kind of sobers us up. It kind of sobers us up. I remember.
Squishing I think we're going to be doing here. No, easy there. What happened here? Did somebody hurt you?
Of course.
Ooh. Now, I can say there have been no reports of murders or any issues like that. The Byrd Theater has always been in what has been considered a pretty swish part of town. Not a squish part of town, but a swish part of town. So, yeah, I don't think that was a little ominous, but you know.
Connected with this
It
theater?
says Soviet.
Oh no, that's
Are
interesting.
you connected with this?
Oh, I forgot.
Are you?
I forgot it says that. And this is after earlier we got Russian and then we get Soviet. That's interesting.
So are you connected with this
It
theater?
says Soviet.
She's naughty.
Connected with this
It
theater?
says
Connected with this
It
theater?
says Soviet.
Connected with this.
Oh shit. And then in rapid session, come here. She's naughty. From ominous to weird to just plain, just surreal. Very very David Lynchian, if you ask me.
It says Soviet.
And then looking for a break right here, just a quick break so I can go over to she's naughty. She should be spanked. She should be spanked. Marty Penny. Okay.
She's naughty.
So we had Russian before, and this just now said Soviet.
Soviet, yeah.
My God, chill again.
And that's a good place to save. And now I can find out what my wife wants to play for me real quick. Excuse me a second, everybody. All right, hon.
You should definitely.
So what do you want me to?
Oh, I was. This one you should definitely. I think this is the IR camera. This is the footstep camera, but if this will make a good fast forward because watch the lights.
Those are the motion sensors.
Those are motion sensors, and we're not even we're not even in that aisle.
Do we have any? Do we have any audio of anything running up and down those steps? Or no?
Well, actually, the audio is not. And then at the end, Tina moves the camera. Hold on, she moves the. Why is it not keeping up? Oh, well. So yes, I can. So why can't I drag this bit over there?
So why can't you drag one bit over there?
So I should be able to just drag this across, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't let me.
Oh, because you don't have a timeline open.
Oh.
You've closed the timeline. So, just go to File, New, Sequence.
File new sequence.
Yeah, just say okay. It'll adjust once you pop it in.
Oh, okay. And now I can
You should be able to. Yeah.
just drag.
Just drag it over into. There you go.
Okay.
Change sequence settings.
Okay.
There you go. Oh shit! No. Control Z. Control Z, baby. Drag it over again. Drop it in.
Mhm.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
Never mind. It worked.
Okay. Let's see. Where were we? All right.
Was it a Soviet that hurt you? Did you die in?
It makes a good fast
A war?
forward though, because
Yeah, but we don't want to necessarily go fast forward on
Because
this.
that would tie into what we talked about.
Who's that?
It's me. It's Mar-
Who's that?
here's the bit where she puts on the.
Did you want to call it a night though, baby, or are you feeling on a roll? Because it is midnight. Pip.
Yeah.
It's midnight. I mean, are you?
Oh,
feeling-
is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, this happens often.
Yeah, I'm just gonna download.
Did you
this.
want to call it a night, or did you want to push a little further?
It's
Because right
addictive,
now
isn't it?
it is. It's very addictive. Right now, I am working with Phil's Estes method, and I
Okay.
can't remember when it wraps up. But
Is it
you know,
good? Is it good? Solid stuff.
it's Phil Rossi doing the Estes method. What? Come on.
Hey, Phil's are good at the Estes.
Yeah, I know he is. I know they are. I know both you are. Yes.
Because that would tie into what we talked about.
Stream Elements is basically doing. We have these random points where we talk about different things with Stream Elements, whether it's Alien Inferno's Fall, which is the book that my wife, Twitch Mom NZ, wrote. We also have one of those for OSI as well. So there's different things that they kick in for. So what do you want to do, hon? Pip. Philippa.
Yeah.
What did you want to do? Do you want to keep going?
We should probably stop.
All right.
We should probably stop.
I love you, baby. I
should
love you
probably
so damn much.
I mean, I found some stuff for you that I think will be quite nice.
Oh yeah. No, I'm sure you've marked up some stuff, and I can take a better look at it. It's gonna be nice. I know that.
Yeah, the lights, the movement lights were going.
Yeah.
The popsicle stick was going.
I love that, the popsicle stick.
And there was definitely some voices in there
Mhm.
that.
I didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna switch it. Don't worry, everybody. I'll switch this back. Please hold. Please hold. We should be back. There we are. There we are. That's what I meant to do. Ah, perfect. Okay. So you were saying, hon? You were saying?
Oh yeah, and the guy, I was like, you know, when you heard that voice, Taylor, right?
Yeah.
That
Taylor.
wasn't anybody that was with us, because
Right.
Grady was the person that was with us.
Oh, Grady was with you at the time?
No, Grady was outside behind the brass doors.
Oh, okay.
But I was
Okay.
just like, oh, was the guy's name Taylor? No, it wasn't.
No, that was Grady. That was Grady. I mean, yeah, Grady was the one that was with us.
So that was a strong voice, and I did hear it. So
Yeah, I know.
there's a couple of times that I very seldom hear things in the real time. So
Yeah. So that's substantial, baby. That's substantial. But I think, I mean, it sounds like you found a lot of good juicy stuff in there.
Juicy
found some
business.
juicy business in there.
Especially at the bottom of the theater and at the beginning.
Yeah. And so yeah, good on you, baby. Good on you. All right, you know what we're gonna do? We're actually going to raid another ghost hunter. Now, he is not, I repeat, he is not necessarily ghost hunting, but he is currently streaming, and he's streaming Call of Duty. This guy is Ghost Protocol, but he is Connor from a wonderful show that I cannot recommend anymore called Paranormal Encounters. It's him and his wife India, and he's taking a break from paranormal investigation just so that he can get his head right, kind of realign himself, and oh hey, you bet Azure. Oh really, thank you for coming in, man. Thank you for coming in. But I'm going to take you over to him. He's doing some actual like gaming, like Call of Duty. And but he's a good guy. He's a good guy, and he is coming in. He has said some wonderful things about this stream, and yeah, I wanna return the favor. So here's how we do raids on our end. What you do is you go on ahead and you select this message. You select this message right here, and if you do not have my emotes, that's okay. You can make your own raid message. Just make sure to say it's a tea party and cheers from the Monster Mash. I'd appreciate it. We're going to go say hey to Ghost Protocol right now. You go on ahead, hang out in his stream, give him some love. He might even tell you a real honest-to-God ghost story or two. I will be back on Monday, and we should have a little more of a lock-in on the new schedule for 2024. Thank you all. Oh, excuse me. Thank you all so much for your time. I'm going to go cough up a lung somewhere. On behalf of my wife, Pip, on behalf of everybody from OSI, take care, stay safe, and we will see you in the field. Let's go say hey to Ghost Protocol. I was glad to go this time.
Yo, the Team Monster, thank you so much with the party at 10. You rating, thank you so much. Oh my god, what is going on? What is going on tonight?
Yeah, showing you a lot of love.
Dude, yes. Team Monster, thank you so much.